Tampa, queen of the creek, built on faith and dreams. Yeah, the roots run deep, turning dirt to gold, watch the homestead gleam. Hard work, real life, this ain't just a theme. Up with the sun, I don't waste time. Boots in the mud, gotta hustle, gotta grind. Crafting and growing, yeah, make it shine. Turning little into plenty, watch me redefine.
Every stitch, every
Hello, everyone. I'm trying to find out what's. Hey guys, can you see me? I am literally trying to see if you can see me, and if you can. Happy Max said, "Where's my goat?" Something happened to the screen, but anywho, can y'all hear me? If you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so you can see me. I don't know what was going on with my computer. So it is we missed the theme, but I appreciate you guys coming in and joining us. Welcome to the channel. Welcome Facebook, everybody that's in the background that's watching. I appreciate you guys coming in. Hey Zeta, hey Michael, hey Nikki, hey Miss Cherokee, what's up? Happy Max. She said, yes, you ready for the tea? Yes, I am. Happy Max said, I love that hat. Well, thank you, honey. I appreciate you. What's up, Chris? How you doing? Zeta Rose. Who else? Roth, how are you? Welcome in. I think I said hey to everyone. Guys, welcome to Tea Time. This is something that we do once a month. Oh, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share the live out to let everybody know that we are live. And we are having tea time with Nikki, the Ocdish Chick. And anybody else that wants to come up and join the panel that have their tea time hats. I am welcoming you, especially if you got a garden hat or a hat. It don't matter. Just a hat. We're going to have an awesome time. Just waiting on Nikki to come. So while I'm waiting on Nikki, guys, what y'all temperature is and how are you guys doing? Also, do you guys have any suggestions on conversations or topics you will want to discuss on Tea Time? Fancy hat. Well, thank you, Miss Cherokee. What's up, cousin? How you doing? Pretty Girl Gardens, welcome to Tea Time. Hi, welcome. I appreciate everybody coming in from Wind Down Wednesday. And those of you all that's a part of my community, I appreciate you as well. So I am literally waiting on Nikki to come in. So while she's coming in, I'm trying to. Okay, I think I pulled it up. Yep, I pulled up what I was looking for. I'm going to put this phone over here, put this one up here. So, guys, do any of you all have traditional tea time? Like whenever you just, take time to sit and just drink tea and have a conversation with anyone. My goal is to actually have traditional tea time with Mackenzie. Like we take an hour, we do dress up, and then me and her just sit, drink tea, and have conversation. Um, so do anybody practice do tea time now? Like, is that something you all incorporate in your lives? Happy Max said it is 55 Wendy. 55 Wendy. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey,
How you doing?
okay.
Let me make sure you was on there. Okay, you're on it. Welcome. Don't hurt the hardest.
Hello, everybody.
How are you?
Looking for a cup of tea.
I get it. I get it. I'm about to brew me some up too in a second. Um, everybody is speaking. Nikki said it is 80 degrees today in Louisiana. Our wind is
Oh,
like going the wind over there going crazy. Where you at?
yeah.
Yeah, because I'm sitting here looking outside, listening to the wind outside the window. I said, "Ooh, that wind is whipping."
Yeah, that little greenhouse I had from Aldi's, it got blew over yesterday, but I went and picked it up and pieced it back together today, and I put it back up and kind of tied it down, so we'll see what it do. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I came on to do the well, you know how my intro play every morning, I mean every evening, and for some strange reason, my stop hitting the table, please. My screen wasn't working. Like I don't know what was going on. So, but Miss Alice, tell everybody about your channel.
Hey, Happy Mac and everybody. Um, I'm a little gardening channel. I do a little gardening, and I like to do stuff outside. I do a little beekeeping and, you know, keep myself busy like that. So y'all can slide by and see what I'm doing here or there. That'd be great if you like to do that. And that's about it. I don't do too much except take care of my family a lot. Just got some of them out of here a little bit ago. So,
Okay,
hey,
okay.
Zeta Rose, how are you?
Michael, the Hill Homesteader, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. I don't sit around and talk with others. I will drink my tea alone. What you
Amen.
said, sometimes having engaging conversation, like it does help me. Like I'm trying to stay around positive people. Because Lord knows I done had enough negativity in my lifetime. So trying to go down the self journey, the self help and self care and self love journey that I'm on, it's been challenging. You know, it's truly been
Hey,
trying to.
Kenneth Wilkerson.
Cousin said it is 58 degrees here now. Ooh,
Wow.
trash pickup is tomorrow. I'm not putting it out till early in the morning. Everybody is speaking. Miss Alice
Hey.
is a self sufficient queen.
Ah, I like that. Awesome.
Welcome to the stage, Diva.
Right, all right.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Nikki, how you doing?
Doing great. Doing great. Ready for tea time.
Yeah,
Hey,
Hey,
what
Miss
what
Alice.
let me
what
see
are
what
you
you
drinking
cooked
on?
up.
What type of tea are you drinking?
I am drinking some peppermint tea tonight.
Oh,
Okay,
oh, I
okay.
love
Yes,
her
a little
teacup.
peppermint tea.
Yeah, you know Nikki, she got on my
She got,
favorite color hat. I like that, Nikki. That is
uh-oh.
cute.
I do love green, orange, and yellow. Those are my like top three favorite colors.
Oh,
Yeah.
Now mine says green, red, and browns. Like
Okay.
oranges and browns, like those are my go-to, but green is my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good
Yeah.
color.
So
Good
not
color.
many around here I like a lot of bubbles.
A lot of bubbas. Wow.
Yep. So Nikki, tell everybody about your channel.
Okay. I am Nikki, the everyday life of an OCDS chick. I have a home and gardening channel where I share glimpses into my everyday life. Right now, you can join me as I build my spring garden.
awesome.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Hey, cool
what it's
gamer,
about.
welcome in.
Cool gamer. Hey,
Yeah.
everybody.
This is my first tea time. Okay, my
Oh,
Awesome.
right.
okay, welcome, welcome.
Yes.
I think one day I was we had did a live and I had asked Nikki and them to stay in the background after we finished, having the live. And I asked her, I said, Nikki, what do you think about doing tea time once a month? Like we just discuss random topics and everybody dress up in their tea time hats. And
Yes.
she was like, oh my goodness, that's a good idea. So I am grateful.
Tampa comes up with some great ideas.
Yeah, I just like doing the tea time. I like doing it. I like having the conversations with you guys and hanging out. And I'm still learning from everybody, because everybody have their own views of life and how they're living it and what they're doing in their life. So it's amazing to get the opportunity to listen to everybody's wisdom. Do I have a treat for y'all? Yes. My grandmother is going to do
Thanks,
an
Michael.
interview on my channel Saturday.
Oh,
And it's going to be titled Wisdom from My 93-year-old grandmother.
I love that. And talk
Yeah.
about all the things that she has learned over the years at 93.
Yes, she'll be 93 on the 25th. Yeah.
Pearls
So
of wisdom.
my Renaissance grandmother is helping me
Hi,
come up
Nikki.
with questions
Thank
about
you.
like some of the things that they endured in the past as opposed to what we have. Like we're pampered. They wasn't pampered back then.
Yeah.
So I'm excited, and that's gonna be Saturday. I mean, because I don't usually go live on Saturday or Sunday, but I'm making it a point to do it Saturday because my mom will be down there, and then my mom is gonna set up the camera and the link and all of that so they can come up
Okay.
on the channel. Yeah, so that is gonna be a treat, and I can't wait for you guys to be a part of that. And then
Awesome.
you guys can ask questions too. So if there's something that you want to ask her, feel free to do that. So Zeta Rose said that will be amazing. Hey G Mama,
Hi, Zeta.
girl, best mod in the world.
Yes, she is. Hey, G Mama.
Yes, her, Nikki. I mean, sometimes when Nikki be in the chat, I never know my Renaissance G Mama be in the chat until I see G Mama has banned this person.
She be on it, right?
You be on it, honey. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Nikki said, that sounds awesome. You are so blessed to have her. Yes, ma'am. My grandmother, she will be 93 and she have 5 generations. So I'm her third. And my granddaughter that is with me, she's her actual 5th. So, yeah, she said, thank y'all. So tonight's topic, Nikki and me was discussing what will we talk about tonight so it won't be so random. And we're going to be talking about parenting in 2025.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. So parenting in 2025 is a dynamic blend of traditional values and modern challenges, shaped by evolving technology, social norm, and global events. Everybody do parenting different. And the way I was raised, my grandmother raised me. My mom was young when she had me. My mom was 14 when she had me. So yeah, my grandmother raised me, her and my grandfather. So the values that my grandmother and grandfather instilled in me, I can honestly say I'm grateful because those were some real values. They was tough, but I can appreciate it. I could appreciate the fact that I did go to church back in the day. I did go to church. My grandmother wouldn't let me leave the house without stockings on, without a slip on. Especially if I was wearing a dress or a skirt. Those are 2 things that I had to do. And she also made it to the point that I had to sit with my legs crossed. We couldn't sit down gap-legged or bare-legged or any of that. And I'm like, what in the world is going on?
Yeah, there were rules.
Yeah. So what's your take on traditional parenting versus parenting now?
Yeah. parenting then, I think, like you mentioned, a lot of rules. Children were seen and not heard.
Right.
And now it's like parents are more willing to hear children out. They have thoughts and feelings and emotions. So parents are definitely into like emotional intelligence nowadays. I don't want to say that the kids are, well, it all depends, but yeah, in some families the kids are running and ruling things, but yeah, it's definitely not like that helicopter parenting like it used to be.
They
um
let you helicopter parent too much. They won't really let you in the schools like they used
no.
to.
Mm-mm.
You could used
Yeah.
to go there and help out, but now they don't welcome that too much. It's almost like they don't want you to see what they're doing, but be-
Yeah.
they say because of safety for the kids.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Miss Jones, truth.
Hey, Jones Truth, how are you, sweetie?
Yeah.
Um, but
Yeah.
but I think a lot of times the kids hear too much of adult conversations, and
That's
you
a
know,
good one.
they can't really be kids. They're
Hmm.
privy to stuff they shouldn't even be worrying about now. So
Yeah, that's true.
it's
Because, yeah, I can remember growing up and it was like certain conversations, if they saw you enter the room, they'd get real quiet and hush, or either they'll ask you to leave the room,
give you a look.
one or the two. But now they just hold conversation, kids coming in, and it's like they continue on as if you're not even there. And yeah, kids are listening and hearing way more stuff than they need to.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because when we were sitting back then and my grandparents them had company over, we couldn't sit in the room with grown-ups.
Right. Right. That was grown up talk. Yeah.
Right. You spoke, you said hello, brother, sister, so and so, and then you
Mhm.
went on out.
Yeah. You better speak and then, yeah, head on out.
Hmm.
But yeah. Yeah. Totally different now.
It's
Yeah.
different now.
Hmm.
So this says here are some key aspects defining parenting today. Number one is technology and digital parenting.
Mm.
How many people know people that just give a tablet or a phone to a kid and tell them, leave me alone?
Yeah. Yeah. That
So
tablet is parenting that child, like you said. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
that's true. That's true. I mean, G Mama said
Hey, G.
back in the day, back in my day, I got whipping since I got grandbabies. I do more talking,
Talking.
but I ain't salted. That's why G is
And your
G is
name.
my name.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
girl said kids need more outdoor activities, not electronic devices.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. They need to be free to be outside and explore and,
Hey,
you know, building things, knocking things down. All of that play is learning experiences, hands-on learning experience. And these kids definitely are not getting that type of hands-on learning experiences outdoors. Everybody's indoors. And then, the world is different now, because even for my children, I remember growing up, I know for one thing in my family, I couldn't go outside on Saturday morning until 12 noon. I couldn't knock on anybody's door before 12 noon. I had to make sure my chores were done, my Saturday chores. But when we went outside, we were outside all day till those street lights came on.
Right.
Nowadays,
Michael had just mentioned that. Yeah.
yeah, my kids, they didn't get to go outside and just, all right, see you, Ma, and back at, no, it's like, where are you going? We're going together, because kids, it's just different now. They'll snatch up your kids these days. I'm sure they were maybe doing it then too, but I guess we didn't have the phones and the technology. So, and it was just different then, even if you went out, somebody's neighbor would see you and that sort of thing. Now we don't even speak to our neighbors, let
yeah.
alone, expecting them to look out for our children. So things are just so different. But yeah, letting my children just go out by themselves, they didn't have that experience because there's just too much going on. They may not return home. So yeah, they just didn't have that.
That's true. Miss Cherokee said these kids around here, no thanks. I will only say they need a good spanking. Rude.
Not enough of that these days.
No, it's not.
Spare the rod, spoil the child, the Bible says.
Miss Jones said they still don't need to be in the room with the parents, and they
You're
still
right.
do. I mean, like the kids can. What be so irritating to me is that your mama and your dad or your mama is around her girlfriends, and the child is imitating everything that the parent is doing.
Right.
And the
That's what
mom
they
or the
do.
dad finds it cute. They'll pull out their phones and start video them. And I'm like, this ain't cute.
Yeah, with the dancing and the shaking the rump and taking pictures and videos, and they think that's cute. And then when they get out, really outside in public and they do it, then they want to scold them. But you let them do it at home. So what's the difference? Yeah, you're still letting them do it.
That's true. Miss Jones said most of what we were taught had strong principles behind them.
Right.
And Miss Cherokee said, I agree with G Mama. Thanks, pretty girl. Cousin said people are afraid to let kids out to play. Over here where I'm at, Ms. Alice, let me take you off this other one. Over here
What
where
happened?
I'm at.
Trying to get on the chat. I'm just gonna not worry about the chat. Hello, everybody. I just speak it randomly here and there.
Okay. Over here, I see. Hey, Miss Linda, how you doing? If anybody wants to come up and join the tea time with us with their hats on, y'all are welcome, because I would love to hear everybody's perspective. But I can see when I'm over here and we're in an apartment, children be everywhere. They are everywhere. Kids like 1, 2, and up. No parents is out there watching. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Why is this baby outside walking in the street with a pamper on, and that's all this kid got on, and nobody's watching them?
That's scary.
So I don't know, because when we were coming up, it was certain blocks we couldn't be in. It was certain streets.
Certain place you knew you couldn't. Yeah, you weren't allowed to go down. Yeah.
My grandma used to tell me all the time, if I can't look out this door and see you, you have gone too far. But then back then we had community because the whole neighborhood knew each other.
Right.
And if another parent saw you doing something, your parents automatically knew.
Yeah.
So you really couldn't get away with nothing in the neighborhood.
Right. And like I was saying earlier, it's like now we don't even speak to our neighbors. We don't even know our neighbors' names. And so, yeah, they're definitely not going to be looking out for your children. And the other thing is, if a neighbor sees your child doing something wrong and they correct them or bring them back home to say, hey, your child was doing this or doing that, parents are not, they'll get upset at the other person. And so you can't even correct other people's children nowadays. You'll get cussed out. So it's very different now than then.
Hey, Miss Linda, how you doing? And welcome to Tea Time. She said this was her first time coming to Tea Time.
Awesome. Hey, Miss Ann.
Welcome.
Hey, Miss Ann. If I was in the room listening to my mom and her friends, she would say, "Get out of my mouth."
Yeah, you're right. Mind your business.
Exactly. I think most kids' grandparents are younger than before. Big knowledge different. Yeah, because my grandparents, like I'm 48 now. My grandmother's going to be 93. Yeah, that age different. Because my mom was 14 when she had me. So my mom was still a kid. And that's the reason why my grandparents had to step in. Yeah.
So big mamas nowadays, they big and young mamas. So they're still living their lives and they're not like settled down, retired or anything. So it's completely different.
Because I'm 48 with 9 grandkids.
Wow.
But the good thing about it is my girls was not teenage moms when they had their first. Like Mackenzie's mom was turning 22 when she had her. She was still young, but she was still grown.
Yeah.
So I had my first grandkid at 38. I wasn't no grandma.
Right.
Like grandma. What kid gonna call me grandma?
Okay, right. Like, I'm not ready for that. I'm still young. Yeah.
Exactly. So
What do they call them now? Glamas?
some
They don't
people
say grandma, they say
grandma.
glamas.
Yeah, I'm a grandma.
You're a
I had one friend, her mom had some kids, some grandkids, and they called her auntie. She wouldn't let them call her grandma.
Wow. We'll talk about confusion.
What you say, Miss Alice?
My grandkids don't call me grandma.
What they call you?
Mila.
Okay.
Mila.
Mm-hmm.
That's your name, yeah.
Parents need to be parents, not their friends. And I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, my kids are my best friends." Okay, that's fine.
Hopefully, there's some boundaries there. You know.
Now, I think as you get older, like me and my mom were very tight. You know, she was my best friend. You know, but as you get older and you go through life and you experience things, then you know that usually might happen when you get older with your mom or something like that.
Yeah.
But as far as coming up with kids, no, she wasn't my friend. Not me.
Yeah.
Hey, G Hud. Hey, Hands in the Dirt. Welcome.
Hey there. Hey, Hands. Hey,
LP.
Hey, Hudson. Hey, everybody.
LP.
Miss Cherokee said, "My grandkids do as I say, and they don't get what they want. They enjoy outside time with me and Pop. We teach them. It's this little words, Nikki, trying to see far."
You want me to read? We teach them and make it fun. You're going to build a fort in the woods this summer. Oh, nice.
Miss Jones.
True?
Yes, ma'am.
It's not
Hey, Miss Jones.
It's hat day.
Good evening. You know what? You see, I bought these sunglasses. I don't know what I did with my glasses, but these are bifocal sunglasses with the little bifocal. I can see.
Okay.
And the hat, girl, I gave up hats when I hit hot Mississippi. I ain't put a hat on.
Too hot for a hat, huh?
Look. Then they want you to put on a wig and a hat. You know, lost your mind.
That's too much. Yeah, you mess around and fall out.
It ain't working. Look, I'll do the wig, but we ain't doing no hat and wig. That don't work with me. Y'all see. They say the first lady done got happy. No, she fell out from heat stroke. What you talking about?
That part.
Well, welcome,
hey,
welcome. I appreciate you coming up. Cousin said we used to tell our friends your mom is a snitch. She told them.
We need more snitches these days.
Oh, well, actually, we need more parents who will stop believing that little Johnny and little is not an angel and know that children will be children. Yes. All our children are good until they get out our sight. You cannot guarantee what your child won't do. You pray that what you put in them will take control, but there's still no guarantees.
Right.
See, the thing is, you tell people, well, your child is this. Well, please.
Yeah. Not my little Johnny. Yeah.
Yeah, little Johnny got wings. They just forgot to tell you them black demon wings. That's what it is. So anyway.
Hey, David, welcome in. Ann said, my family tied toddlers to trees to the can only travel. Wait a minute. Am I reading that wrong?
My family tied toddlers to trees to the can only travel to the top of sidewalk. Have any seen that? No, I haven't seen children being tied to trees.
The only time I remember any child being tied is my youngest brother's identical twins. There was some bad little buggers. I mean, because they were so active, boys, 3-4 years old. And when my mother got exhausted, she put them in a chair and get a diaper and tie their behinds in the chair till they fell asleep so she can get some rest. But what she never knew was it was 4 of us older than them. When she would leave, she's like, y'all watch the babies. And, we're older than theirs. Like, okay, she leave. We would walk them till we try to exhaust them. And then we got tired. We put them back in them chairs and tied them with the.
Wow.
Wow.
They were awful. When she found out, she talked about us. But hey.
Yeah.
What can I say?
That's
Miss
it.
Linda said, I'm enjoying a beautiful evening.
Awesome.
That's
Awesome.
great.
Welcome
I
in,
have
everybody.
one grandkid and I am 50. That's a blessing now, G
Mhm.
Hood.
Yeah,
No,
That
that's
is a true blessing.
Yeah.
that
I'm
is.
a Meemaw. A
You a
Mama.
Meemaw?
A Mama? Is that Mama
Meemaw.
or Meemaw?
Well, I am a grandmother, and I explain the term grandmother to my
Mother.
children.
grand.
Grandmother simply means I have earned the ability to choose and not to choose to babysit because I raised you, I taught you,
Yes.
I prepared a good citizen to go out and make themselves. So I'm grand. I'm a
Yeah,
grandmother, and you will call me grandmother.
Yeah.
that's
I like
right.
the term. I don't like the term. I
Yeah,
don't have a problem with the term because I
yes.
don't care what you call it. You're still older than you still a grandma.
Mhm. And you can send them on home when you're ready.
Yeah, because when
Yes,
I first
yes.
got my grandbaby and my daughter was like, Mom, I'm pregnant. I said, huh? I, huh? I just turned 38, huh? Like,
Huh?
what? But now I promise you, I wouldn't change it for the world. I got
Of
9
course.
grandkids, and they have the characters on each one of those kids are so different. Like, none of them are similar. Like,
Yeah,
they all have their own different personalities. And I wouldn't change it for the world, but all of them call me grandmother. They don't call
yeah.
me Nana,
Right.
Meemaw, none. They all
Yeah.
call me grandma.
Grandma or granny, whatever you want to call it. Like I told them, you can call me grandma, you can call me granny. I was like, but the first time you call me out your name, you're gonna find yourself waking up next week. So anyway, I know people say, oh, that's child abuse. Wait a minute. The things we went through and the things we were not able to do in those days, there were, and it was in my comment, there were strong principles behind it. Stay outside when grown folk is talking. You know what that taught you? That taught you there were things that were just not appropriate for you at your age. And life will eventually show you all that mess.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you do not need to hear it now because you cannot hear it. Because you can't handle it. You wouldn't know
Yeah,
what to
keep
do.
living.
That's why you got all these 10-year-old
Right.
girls acting like they 45 and 50 years old. You let them hear the wrong things.
Mm-hmm.
At the wrong time.
Throw
Yeah.
their behinds outside where they're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
When we had to say yes sir, yes ma'am, no sir, no ma'am, those principles taught you respect. It means you
Mm-hmm.
respect you respect your elders. That's what those principles taught us. Please excuse me, thank you. That's called good manners, something that is
Yeah.
definitely wrong with the world today. Good
Yeah.
manners. Guess what, if I accidentally bump you, I'm not bumping you on purpose. Why are you taking it personal?
Personal. Right.
We all fall. We all have accidents. Why are
Yeah.
you taking everything personal? And no hoochie dressing. Your mothers wanted you to be presentable to whoever you may meet in your life so you can have a good life by you showing
Mm-hmm.
it, sharing it, and talking about, well, it's my body. Yeah, it's your body. So don't get mad when somebody approach you the wrong way. You advertising it. Why do you think they have commercials on TV? They want you to buy it. You advertising it. Somebody might buy it. They just might not buy it the way you like it. Let me shut up. See, y'all
Well,
got me preaching.
look, Miss Jones shoes, they might get it from their mama. Because if
Yeah,
their mama
you got
dressing
that
like
right.
that,
You
then
got that right.
hey,
Mm-hmm.
You
it
Yeah.
got
ain't
that
nothing
right.
to kid if that's what the mama's wearing.
You got that right.
Wow.
And
Some
some people don't want you to say yes, ma'am. They feel like it's, oh, you're calling me
Oh,
old.
well, you tell me
No.
what sounds more respectful. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yeah. No. Huh? What?
Yeah.
See, now that's disrespect.
Right.
high
Okay.
class
Yeah.
equal no hats. Hey, a
Right.
brother of a certain
Hey,
age.
how you doing? Good to
How
see
you
you.
doing? Welcome
Elock
in.
Nation up in the house.
David said most children just like mama and sassy used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Because said facts, kids do it whatever when they're out of sight of parents.
We
Exactly.
all remember being out of the sight of our
Ooh,
parents and doing
ooh.
things and saying things we shouldn't do and say. So all kids are the same.
Yeah. I mean, look, my mother, we were not, look, back in those days, I could not even say lie in front of my mother. My parents considered that a swear word. You did not do that. It was disrespectful to an adult. You don't say lie. You couldn't even say but. Those two words were not in your vocabulary. If you said it, you get a hand to the mouth. What you say that for? You get smacked in the mouth. That was called respect. So all this stuff they're allowing kids to say, I'm sorry, you don't do that. Don't do that.
Hey, Damo, how you doing? Welcome.
And
welcome.
No more spankings. Let's talk about it. Let's sit down and talk about it. Which I'm not against talking about things, but kids just seem to get away with a lot more these days.
Because you don't want to go to jail.
That part too.
I'm sorry.
I know
the kids have more rights. Yeah,
but you cannot lay your hands on your child in public. I'm warning y'all. Not here in Indiana. I just know my grandson is now in different school district. We were homeschooling him for a while. We said, okay, he needs that socialization, so we put him in school. Last week, he came home with some colorful words.
Oh, wow.
And so the teacher said, they warned us. They said, we know he picked this up at school. And he can't be saying that around here.
So, they're coming from all different homes and environments, and they bringing it to school.
I said and so we talk to him. We debrief him every day and retraining him every day and praying with him, and oh my goodness, it's just
it has its pros and cons.
Hey, Boogaloos, welcome in.
But it's a different.
David said,
hey, David.
So true,
myself out the chat. Oh, she dropped the phone.
She knocked up.
You had a good laugh.
Times are definitely different now. I keep telling these kids they don't know how lucky they are because they get away with so much stuff my mom would not stand for.
Right.
Yeah.
And like with y'all know, I do ride share and I pick up teen kids. Like I pick up elementary, middle school, and high school kids. These kids get in a car with their friends and they swirl like faucets, talking about B's and H's. And I said, let me tell y'all something. How old are y'all? And they was like, oh, we about 14, 15. I said, don't be using that type of language in my car.
Yeah,
because you wouldn't use it around your mom. Don't use it around me.
There you go. And see, that would be me because I pull off 10 feet and I heard the first cuss where we stopped right there, 10 feet from where. It's like, wait a minute. Look, I love y'all. I know you have your opinions, but in this car, we do not use profanity, period. Period. So we are not doing that.
A lot of adults are scared of the children these days. They wouldn't even say anything. Even if they wanted to, they'd just be afraid that they'll, lash out at them, hurt them, or so.
Miss T.
We mind our business these days.
Miss T. That's why someone asked me, they said, Miss Jones, we want you to consider adopting a child. And I looked at her for a minute and I was like, you really want me to go to jail, don't you? Because I would have to explain to them, understand when a child comes in, my principles align with what I believe. Do you understand what I'm saying? And whatever comes in my house will act and behave accordingly. Now, here's my thing. I can honestly see me coming on here one time and saying, y'all, well, it finally happened. I went to jail. Because a child called the police on me and said I abused them. I can tell you exactly what I will do. I will wait till the police get there. And when they come to the door, I will say, excuse me, bring that child in front of them, take off my belt, whoop they butt, then say, now you can take me to jail. And when you take me to jail, take that one back. But I guarantee you, the love I have for that child, I know for a fact will shine through so hard they will regret what they've done. Because what I know about children, and I don't care what anybody says, and this is my belief, that's why it's Jones' truth. Let me tell you this. I've learned that when I set boundaries for children I come in contact with, they love me. They understand because I sit and explain to them why. I tell them I'm not going to take it. I'm not the one. We took some kids to a conference in Jackson from Greenwood. And I told the child, you cut up. No, we were living someplace else. You cut up. I'm going to drive you all the way back home. We were 2 hours away. The child acted a fool, decided they wanted to run, came back. Guess what Miss Jones did? Put her in the car, had somebody else watch the other teenagers, drove her all the way back home to her mama, and they want to know why she back. I told them why, and she ain't coming back with me no more. I kept her off my list for a whole year. And when she came back, I never had any more problems. They know you love them, but you set some boundaries.
Right.
Because I'm going to tell you something. You know why these children are running all over these parents? Because they have not set boundaries. They are afraid of them. And if the parents stop acting like they're afraid of the police and explain to them the situation, 9 times out of 10, the police will not have no problems with you. Because see, whooping is one thing. This is abuse.
Right.
2 licks upside the head and a black eye, that's abuse.
Yeah.
But God gave you a butt, and that's the part I'm aiming for.
Yes.
Pretty girl said, I look at what some of these kids were today and can't believe their parents brought that. My first pair of hot pants was at 21.
21, yeah.
And G Hud said, I used to cuss like a sailor when I was with my friend.
Yeah. We sure did.
Who did?
Rhonda.
And Miss J.K. Gardner, she said facts.
And we left it right outside the house. You didn't bring it in the house. But yeah.
I cussed when I was a kid, but guess what? I was so far away from the house. See, we were over the river and through the woods. We was over the river. No.
Miss Cherokee said, I was a good kid, but an awful teenager. My mom was never really around. We raised ourselves with help from friends' parents.
I was going to say
you know what? That was community. That's non-existent anymore. It's I, me, my, mine, every man for himself. That's when our community was strong.
Yeah.
Pretty girl said, I don't like that my say nasty. That's nasty. I correct them. You don't like the way it tastes.
Oh yeah, when they say this is nasty, say I like the way I don't like the way it tastes.
Yeah. Mackenzie used to say, "Ugh, this is yucky." When she was a kid, like she wasn't a kid to eat potatoes. She didn't like eggs. She didn't like macaroni. She didn't like hamburgers. She didn't like any of that type of stuff because I always fed her real food like pinto beans, okras, greens, food. So when she went down there to my mama, and my mama and them was trying to feed her, my Mackenzie kept saying, "This is yucky. I don't want it. It's yucky."
Not what she was used to eating.
Yeah. So she would never say nasty, but she did say everything was yucky.
Yeah.
Nope, can't touch a child here in Virginia either.
Yeah, everything is so backwards these days.
It is.
Yeah. Parents are afraid of the children. The government is afraid of this, that, and the other. The police, it's just crazy.
Yeah, peer pressure, David. Yeah, influenced by each other.
Video and music.
Yeah.
Okay, LP. Take care. Have a good night.
LP.
But you know what? I criticize the use of all the technology, but then but I also think about the fact we would probably be just like these children if we had all that back then. So this is why when I'm with them, I try to talk to them about the stuff. And but my first thing is I have to tell them, I might say, will y'all please stop drinking the TikTok Kool-Aid? Everything on TikTok is not true.
Yeah.
Kids have died because, it's on TikTok. I'm going to try it. Please. Right. Come on, y'all.
Yeah.
Yep.
TikTok get you in trouble.
David has said, you still can whoop children when you are living correctly.
Amen.
And Daimo said, these parents be so afraid of hurting their child's feelings, not knowing that they're hindering the child in a different way.
Hurting them and not helping them. Yeah, right. Exactly. They have to be corrected. How else are they going to learn?
Right. And hurting your feelings, the world will hurt your feelings every single day of your life.
gonna
Do you
keep
understand?
living. Keep
I would
living.
rather hurt your feelings and love you straight to where you need to be than let the
Yeah.
world hurt your feelings and abandon you and just let you fend for yourself.
Chew you up and spit you out.
Yep.
Ooh.
Don't care a thing about you.
I told mine if they call 911, they better send an ambulance first so they can testify against me in
Court.
And
Amen.
Boogaloo said, in my state, the law is you can use an open hand,
Yeah.
not in the face, and
You
can't
can't
leave
leave
marks.
marks.
No
See,
mark.
I wouldn't slap a child with an open hand in their face because number one, I'm afraid I might not, what little good sense they got out their head out. So I would never
Yeah.
do that. I aim for the part that God taught us to sit on. Because
That's right.
I found out the fastest way to a child's brain is through their butt.
Yes, all that extra meat is there for a reason.
Ooh, and then when they, yeah, exactly. And when they sit down and that sting come back, then they start thinking. See,
you remember.
Thinking. Yeah, you remember. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I don't like the face thing. I've never
liked
eyes, nose, mouth. That's all sensitive areas. That's just I would never.
So, I got a question for you guys. I hear a lot of people, hey Tag, how you doing?
Hey.
A lot of people talking about back in the day, my grandma them used to say, don't make me wash your mouth out with soap. Have anybody ever got their mouth washed out with soap?
Right here, right,
thank goodness I did.
Right here. Right here.
Yeah.
Right here. Wait a minute. Here you go. Would you like to know what brand of soap it was?
Was it Ivory soap?
It's Ivory soap.
Ivory soap. That stuff will dry your skin out so bad.
Ivory soap.
Ivory soap. Yep. That's what we grew up on. That old dry stuff.
Man.
I used to say that all the time. Now, make me wash your mouth out with soap. I'm like, why you gonna put that in my? That's not toothpaste.
I got it a couple of times. Because I always tried to sneak cuss and got caught. So, you know, when you think your mama ain't there, but she there.
Yeah, they're always listening.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Especially when you get in trouble and you walk away and you mumbling and they be like, what you say?
Oh,
don't do that.
Oh, that's whooping number 2.
That is whooping number 2. You're gonna be talking back under your breath.
Like my grandparents, like they had bat ears.
And I mean, my grandma couldn't hear anything. You couldn't even whisper. You go up the stairs and say, make me sick. Oh, I make you sick, huh?
Right.
And you know the sad part about it is when my children got in trouble and they did the same thing, I could hear what they say and they be like, how she hear that?
Because we did it, so we know what they're doing.
Okay, I have a question. How many of y'all had the kind of mama that when she threw that shoe, that sucker would turn the corner and get you? My mother had a hook. You go around the corner, here come the shoe right behind you.
Yeah, my grandmother had those skills.
My granddaddy tried. He threw a screwdriver at me. I bit that corner so quick.
All right.
Girl.
I was 17 years old. I was running because you know how you have the ranch houses like back in Mississippi where I'm from. My grandparents them got a ranch house, but my grandfather built a lot of stuff on their house, so it made it kind of L and kind of long. Mm-hmm. So I was back in my room and I did something. I don't know what I did. My granddad was trying to hit me. I took off running. And next thing I know, I heard bam, because I had bit the corner real quick. The screwdriver hit the side of the cabinet. I was like,
man, you were lucky.
You were what, 17?
Yeah.
You were lucky that day.
See, when you get a certain age, they stop whooping you and they start throwing
exactly, man.
Appliances and tools and
my granddaddy said, he ain't about to run after me. He threw that screwdriver. Yeah. I was like, dude, you're trying to
not doing that. Mm-hmm.
Boogaloo said, I caught the back of my dad's hand more times than I could count. I was too silly to shut up. I had my mouth washed out with soap.
So
Wow.
Yeah.
That was called a backhand lick.
Cousin said, nah, no soap. I was so bad in school. She would threaten to come to the school and whoop me in front of everyone. I believed her.
Oh no, yeah. We didn't want to be embarrassed in front of our friends. That would be enough to, get me to do whatever you needed me to do.
Right.
Do not embarrass me.
But see, that's another problem with parent. I'm not saying all, but with a lot of parenting today. Back in the day, it was said and it was executed. If your mother said, you're not home by the time the street lights come on, I'm going to be standing on the corner, honey, you could take it to the bank. They're going to be standing on that corner. They meant what they said. They said what they meant. And you either fell in line or you suffered the consequences.
Right.
But I listen to a lot of people with their children. I hear more empty threats. See, here's the difference between an empty threat when we was coming up and an empty threat now.
Right.
When we were coming up, we had so many, I said it and execute. You understand what I'm saying?
The word was bond.
Till by the time they came with an empty threat, you were so scared. You was like, well, I'm not going to do nothing anyway because I don't know what that means. And
right.
I don't know what she might do.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cherokee said, my husband is listening. He knows I would get locked up if a teenager was to get disrespectful to me. I'ma call it love because love a little bit more.
A little bit more.
Boomerang picture, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Miss Cherokee say, my mom couldn't catch me. My mama couldn't catch me neither, baby. I was gone.
Y'all was brave. Y'all were brave. My mother was, I dare you to run.
Baby, I'm running.
And guess what? I was too scared to run.
Right. Because you knew what would happen.
Because you got your whooping, then you want to run. Guess what? My mother was very patient. She just sit there and wait.
Oh yeah, I didn't run from my grandma, but I ran from my grandfather.
You gotta come home at some point. You gotta come home. You're gonna get hungry. You're gonna get tired. You're gonna have to come home.
But I never got a whooping from my grandfather because I would be gone. I would stay and wait it out till it's time to come to the house. My granddaddy done did something else. My grandmama, however, the lady. I know that lady. Something wrong with that lady. I love that 93-year-old lady. There's something wrong with her. You know those stick pins with the little pearl on them? Mm-hmm. She used to keep them in her shirt.
What?
And she would take that little pin and just stick you real quick. Yes, ma'am.
They didn't stick you deep, but they stuck you hard enough for you.
It was enough. A little prick would do it. Yeah.
No, ma'am. My grandmama will stick you good enough to where the blood drops. She stuck me hard one day, and that blood was dripping down. And she said, "I'm gonna get this switch that I done platted.
Wow.
If that blood drip on my floor." I said, "Lord."
Stick you and dare for the blood to hit the floor, huh?
Yes. And then, not to mention, we goes to church. My grandmama goes to a Baptist church, and she sits on the front row because she's on the motherboard and all that type of stuff. And then, knowing her, she want me to sit down there with her. Don't go to sleep. Here come that little pen.
Wow. The pressure.
And they talking about there wasn't child abuse.
But you know what? A lot of those things we learned. I think we function so much better in the world than a lot of the people do now because tough love saves your life.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta get it tough to say, see, because I would rather be penalized with my mother than to been penalized in the court.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because if I'm penalized with my mother, I'm going to get my punishment, but yet I still get love behind the punishment. Do you understand? That's a big difference.
Big difference.
You go to court, they could care less
about you
at all.
But
ain't nothing you can do about it either.
Right. My punishment with my mother, because my mother used to make me mad sometimes. You get a whooping and you stand there crying, look, burning, stinging, and then she look at you and say, now give me a hug.
Last thing you want to do, huh?
But she would tell you, I love you. I'm doing this because I do not want to get any calls from the police to tell me you out there doing something stupid. And I look back on it, and I promise you, I would not trade the way I was raised for the world.
Yeah.
But let me quickly tell you the story. Then I'm gonna let you. When I was coming up, my family always told me. Well, when I got married to my husband, who's a pastor, they told me, you know what? We always knew you was going to be a preacher's wife. I said, what are y'all talking about? He was like, because every time you got ready to get a whooping, here you go. Lord have mercy, Jesus, if you just help me, please. Lord, hallelujah. Lord help me, Jesus.
It was already in you, huh?
They said it was already in me.
Wow. Miss Cherokee said, I said it and I meant it. My kids knew better.
Yeah.
My mom, not my mom, she was out of the dance bars by dark. We were in wild. Hey, LGG, up in.
Hey, LGG.
She just told us to stay in. Baloo said facts.
Yeah.
And cousin said, I was in the store and this lady popped her bad kid. And he yelled, you are always hitting me. Everybody looked, she did not give a darn what you said.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Yep.
You always doing something. Right.
You know, I watch a lot of videos lately. I've been watching a lot of videos. And I watch videos of these kids, teenagers, young kids out there, they committing crimes, they doing stuff that land them in jail, right? And when the judge gives them their sentences, they all on the floor, hollering, screaming, falling out, and all that type of stuff. So why was you not doing that when you was out there in the street? But then I see the little kids in the store falling out, kicking, screaming because the parent won't give them something in the store. Baby, we were told not to touch nothing. Ask for nothing.
Don't touch it. Don't ask for it.
Don't ask for it. Right.
Look, don't even look at it hard.
So just imagine if us folks sitting here fell out in the store at 3, 4, 5, 6 years old.
Oh no.
I don't think we'd be sitting down right now.
Nope. Yeah, we knew better. Because they did what they said they would do. And we knew it.
Baloo said, my grandma had a 5-finger leather strap.
Whoa.
Her 4 children gave her very little trouble. My grandma had a gin belt. It was like this long, about this thick. And that thing hurt. When we were younger, me and my cousin, you know how it rains and it leaves all the puddles.
Yeah.
And we out there sliding around in the puddle, getting wet, knowing we weren't supposed to be doing it because that particular day we was getting ready to go somewhere. Well, my cousin Travis, he's just always happy when my granddaddy say, come get 50 cents. I knew we was in trouble when my cousin them came to that back gate and said, my daddy said, because we call our grandfather my daddy. My dad said, come get 50 cents. This joker just took off running to go get his 50 cents. They grabbed him. One was holding his hands and the other one was holding the legs and turned him upside down. And my granddaddy had that gin belt and started tearing his little butt.
Wow.
I could hear him hollering and screaming.
Wow.
So my cousin Terrence now, Pam, my daddy said, come and get your 50 cents. I already knew y'all wasn't about to catch me. And plus I was skinny. Them fools trying to come near me, I took off running at the end of the doggone car, at the end of the street till it was time for us to go. You weren't about to hit me while I was wet.
Let me dry off first.
Exactly.
Nah, the wet licks hurt. No wet
licks
hurt.
They are the worst.
Like the dickens, you might think you were stung by a bee.
My grandmother saw me coming out the bathtub one day, and I was like, "Oh no!"
Not with open pores.
Look, I'm trying to hurry up and wrap up.
Oh man,
I tell you.
So, okay, on here it was talking about technology and digital parenting, and it says managing screen time remains a challenge, especially with AI-driven content and immersive virtual experiences. Parents must stay ahead of social media trends, online safety, and digital literacy. AI-powered tutors and personal learning apps are common in education. Well, when you give your kid a tablet and they do something, and you decide to take that tablet from that kid, and that kid have a tantrum and start breaking stuff in your house, what then?
I look, Proverbs 23:13
That
says,
part.
Proverbs 23:13 says,
Preach.
let me quote this for you. It said, withhold not correction from the child, because if
That's
you
right.
if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die. I will beat his behind so bad he will think he was dying.
Come on. That'll be the last time you do that.
So let me give it to you biblically. It's in Proverbs. The Proverbs is the best place to go to learn how to raise your child. If you beat them, they ain't gonna die. If you beat them the correct way on their butt, they not gonna die. But guess what?
Right.
They have just learned something new. With everything you do comes a consequence.
Consequences.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, Cheryl, welcome in.
Mhm.
Welcome in. Miss Cherokee said,
Hey,
my
Cheryl.
older sister was
Welcome.
more of the mom. She whooped my little butt when needed.
Needed.
Only needed 2 times. I respected her.
Respected her.
Hey,
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Sometimes it takes an older sibling.
Because
really
I
does.
literally watched this kid. I think the little boy was 12 years old. His mom took his phone, and it was on YouTube, a video. He destroyed the TV. He broke the countertops. He trashed her house.
Oh no.
No, you won't. No.
And all you could hear her saying on the camera was, "Why would you do that?"
Okay.
Yeah. What?
No.
Why would you do that?
Exactly. That part.
Good
No
night,
way.
Miss Cherokee. I appreciate you hanging us with us.
Have a
Yeah,
good
Good night. Appreciate you.
Tampa, you know them kind of sermons you get when you get a liquid every word. Why would you do that? And have you lost your ever loving
No.
mind?
You're not
Oh,
there at my
Lord.
house. I
Miss
work too
Jones.
hard for this stuff. No.
Look, Nikki, don't mess around and make them hit themselves. That's a moment.
Yeah,
Right.
Like, what?
No. No, you have totally disrespected me up in my house. No.
But look at us.
No.
But look at us. We are alive.
Exactly.
We know boundaries. We have understanding of the difference between right and wrong.
Right.
See, the weird thing is that really bothers me. So many of these young parents think that their child comes in this world already knowing everything. Why? How? Where did you get that from?
Right.
Just because a child may be clever with little things when they still don't know anything.
Right.
They still must be taught. Teach your the problem is nobody talks to their children. Right. The tablet, this cannot teach your children. This cannot say, I love you. This cannot say, baby, that is wrong. That is not something you should do. This will not say, if you do that, you will get in trouble with the law. This cannot do it.
Right. Yeah.
Natasha said, I challenged my mother one time. Praise the Lord. I woke up a little.
And that was the lesson, right? You learned.
Yes.
You learned that day.
Said, I never caught a
okay.
Didn't earn.
Yeah.
And hello, hey, crafting.
Hi, crafting enthusiasts.
How are you?
Welcome.
So this one right here, number 2, says mental health and emotional intelligence. There's a greater emphasis on children's mental health, emotional well-being, and resilience. Parents focus on teaching emotional intelligence, mindfulness, and stress management. Well, how many parents actually just sit there and listen to their kids? You always tell the children, what I say goes. That's not. It's not right, because kids are dealing with certain issues, especially peer pressure, bullying. You never know what a child is going through.
That's so
and for you to be a parent, this is my opinion, y'all. for me to tell you, oh, you're gonna be all right. Whatever I say goes. You're gonna be fine. That's not right. You don't know what that child experiencing. You was a kid.
Yeah. Right.
Exactly.
You wanted to be heard. So what makes you think your kid don't want to be heard?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, but back in the day, that belt was your emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
Well, basically, not so much your emotional intelligence, but that mindfulness and thoughtfulness you were taught. Because you see the difference between then and now. We had instructions before discipline. We were instructed. This is what you should do. This is A. This is B. This is what you should not do. Now, if you don't do this, there's a penalty to pay. Right. So we had to get that. So I guess you would call it emotional intelligence. We knew we didn't want that stress from that discipline. So we knew not to do it. But if you don't, teach the child in the way they should go. Teach them. Mm-hmm. But see, parents, let me tell you something I've seen so much of. Parents expect little Johnny to go to school, and not only the teacher is supposed to teach him reading, writing, arithmetic, and other, she's supposed to say, now this is not the right thing. You need to know the difference. No, that's your job in your house at home. You teach that child.
Right.
Now, mental health, let me tell you something. Our parents taught us between our parents and the reason why a lot of these children are so mentally weak, now this is my opinion, I believe, is because they have absolutely no social skills. None. They don't know how to hold a decent conversation. They don't know how to listen and hear, then speak. Have you noticed that most of them never finish a sentence before somebody jump in? So everybody's talking at the same time and nobody's listening. Mm-hmm. That's gonna mess your head up too, because you have and everybody's yelling. Why is everybody so emotional? That's why everybody's so emotional now. Everybody's, oh, you hurt my feelings, sweetheart. God don't even care about your feelings. He'll care about your obedience and you listening. If you would listen, then you wouldn't have to worry about your feelings. Mm-hmm. And that's my opinion.
Guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Cousin said they was wrong to say this is gonna hurt me more than it hurts. It now lied. It was, because how you whooping me hurt you.
Right.
Hurt me.
You don't feel this. You don't feel this pain.
Now, you ain't got the tears and the whelps and the on your
I think they were thinking more about the fact that you are my child and I love you. I will die for you. I will take care of you. And it really breaks my heart that you have stepped outside of what you've been taught and learned, and not it hurt me. But you're right about one thing. They're equating their emotional pain with your physical pain.
Physical pain. Right. So everybody's hurting.
That don't equal.
Children don't always understand what they are feeling. A tablet can't help them figure it out. That's true.
Amen.
And Crafton said it starts in the home.
Amen again.
Right. Bougie, what's up, Bougie?
Hey, big sis.
Living Out Loud podcast said Tampa Creek and Jaw 2 sounds like y'all got a lot of whoopings.
Yes.
Yes.
Look, I did not like the feeling of being spanked, so I didn't get a lot of them all. I learned quick. I don't like this feeling. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do.
To be honest with you, I
didn't get a lot.
Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
And I learned from my siblings when, I also learn by seeing. I don't have to experience everything to learn.
That's me too.
So I'm seeing you get your okay. I'm not gonna do that. So.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of my whoopings came from the fact that my sister and I, God rest her soul, we were 18 months apart. So we were kind of close. So I wanted to hang out with her and her friends. They didn't want to be bothered with me. So I would hang out with her and her friends. Mm-hmm. And so some of the times I got in trouble because I was trying to hang with them.
Something about wanting to hang out with the older sibling. Yeah.
Yeah. It was 6 of us. So.
Wow.
Cheryl said once a week I had my kids say whatever they thought or think about. It was a Sunday morning at breakfast. They wouldn't get in trouble. We talked everything through. And
And
that's
that's it. That's it. They said, well, I don't know how my sons feel. Do you talk to your child?
That's
I
good.
like that. Yeah.
I really like that.
That's good.
sadly, I had a high pain tolerance. I had to graduate from the school of hard knocks. What
You
you
sound
said,
like my
Nikki?
younger brother. He just did whatever he wanted to do, and he knew that the spanking was coming, and he was willing to get the spanking. I
Tampa,
never understood that.
Tampa, I didn't care. I did
I
not
never
care.
understood that.
I couldn't do it.
I couldn't
Mm-mm.
either.
Well,
I cared.
I
Even
cared
though
after
I
I
did
got a
it,
whooping.
I still cared. I might have did it, but I still cared.
Yeah.
I
mean,
wouldn't have been able to enjoy what I wanted to do, knowing what was coming next. So that was not enjoyment at all. No.
Would you like know how terrified I was of my parents? When I got to high school, you know how kids take off from school and run everywhere? I skipped in school. I would skip from this teacher's class and go to another teacher's class. That was my idea of skipping.
Oh,
I was afraid to leave the school because my mother had eyes everywhere.
yeah.
I left
Yeah.
the school. I left
Yeah.
the school, ended up pregnant, left the school, ended up pregnant, just left the school, did whatever.
Oh, my goodness.
I
I
was
I-
mad.
Nope.
Cousin said, my
Cool.
little great nephews are 3 and 4. They have phones that they be swiping and right. I'm like, are they like they on Tinder?
On Tinder.
But
Oh, yeah.
all the
Technology generation. Yeah.
Mhm.
Here's my thing. If
Hey,
I
girl,
let
Dad.
my
Hey,
children,
girl, Dad.
Yeah.
Right, Blues.
if I let my children have a phone, they would have hours. They would have to not have the phone. Do you understand? They would have to have time without their phone, because how are you going to learn how to socialize, talk to people, express yourself if your face is constantly here? I saw a report where they were talking to a lot of criminals or inmates in the jail, and they said, who are the people y'all prey on the most? They showed them this video of just a bunch of people walking down the street. 100% of them said they would go after the kids or the people with their face in the phones. 100% of them said those are the ones, because number one, they're not aware. But the ones they would not bother is the ones who were walking with a purpose and who were always looking around. You know how when you walk and you looking, we always observe and stuff.
Mhm.
Those are the people they don't bother.
Yeah.
But they look for the people with their heads in the phones. They look for people who are not aware of your
Not
surroundings.
paying attention.
That's why you need to take the phone, because your child don't know how to look around.
Yeah. Head on a swivel.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Number
true.
3, modern education and alternative learning. Hybrid schooling and micro schools and homeschooling have become more mainstream. Parents play a more active role in education. I don't think a lot of parents do that, but some of them do.
Mhm.
Supplementing traditional learning with life skills. Some kids don't even know what a hammer and a nail is.
That's why we had, Tampa, remember? That's why we had sewing class. We had shop class. We had, cooking class. Because those was life skills. We had all that.
Home economics. Yeah.
Home
Some
economics,
of
we
these
had
kids
that.
these days, all they know is how to pop something in the microwave.
Zap and eat. That's what I call it.
Japanese. Yeah.
Zap and eat.
Yeah.
And a lot of times,
Prepackaged.
the school, they want their children to be at the school because of a babysitting situation. My kids going to school. My kids, this parenting starts from the home. Teaching starts from the home.
Yes. Starts and ends in the home.
It starts and begins and on. I'll be honest with you. The educational system now is the biggest joke to me. And that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. I'll stand toe to toe. It is the biggest joke. The children can't add. They don't know anything. At least when we went.
Hold on, Miss Jones. You said add.
Wait a minute. No, I meant it. A lot of children, they have said the majority of the kids that graduate from high school now are still maybe 3-4 years behind the level they should be. So what you're telling me is you're just shoving them through because y'all want the funding for your schools, you want the grants, but at the price of the child, which is why you should teach your child at home. I taught my kids from the time they was old enough to understand at home. I made sure they did what they were supposed to do. Even new math, I was confused.
Yeah, what was wrong with the old math? Let's stick with the old math.
Here's what I did. I'm gonna tell you what I did. I taught my children the old way, and I said, "Now let your teacher go and tell you the new way." That's how I taught.
Right.
I wanted you to know how to get the answer. Now they're gonna go and break it down the other way. Learn it that way.
I got a question for everybody. How many of you know how to write in cursive?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
How many of y'all in the chat know how to write in cursive? How many of y'all in the chat or on the panel, children know how to write in cursive?
My grandchild. And my children, yes.
My children. Now, I've been away from most of my grandchildren. They're not close by me, but if they don't know, it's because they wasn't near grandma. Because grandma would have you write in cursive.
I went to McDonald's about a month or so ago. Hey, Naked Gardeners, welcome in.
Hey, Naked
I went to I went to Nick Gardeners about a month ago. No. I went to McDonald's about a month ago and I had some coins because I just wanted I had got a sandwich, a fish sandwich. And I had maybe $2 and the rest of it was in coins. And the young lady that was at the window, I handed her the money and she asked me, "How much is that?" You don't know how to count it?
No, they don't.
Why are you on the drive-through?
No, they depend on the machine to tell you exactly how much change you get back. They don't know how to count from the cost up to what you gave them. They don't know how to do it. I saw a video that they had me laughing. This lady, she had said, "I just got out of prison." She said, "I've been in prison for 10 years. She said, "But I went to the store and all I had was a $50 bill." And she said, "My change was supposed to be $48.07. So she said, I told the girl, 'Let me give you the 7 cents. She said the girl told her drawer wouldn't be right and they're not allowed to overpay people if she gave her 7 cents because the woman wanted the dollar.
Yes, and she didn't want all the change.
Wow.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Hey,
yes.
And they're so used to a card and not dealing with cash.
Right.
The card that, swipe the card.
Yeah.
They're not used to cash.
Right. And why learn cursive when they have computers now? So it's, not learning how to spell, not learning how to read properly. Yeah.
Cheryl said, when I grew up, you couldn't talk at all. Most of the time, it was an older sister I got beat down for after I got the extension cord. I hit my sister with everyday laugh and say we love one another.
Exactly.
Hey, Troy, how you doing? Cheryl said, my granddaughter in there right now, the zapping. What you say we was?
Japanese.
Sure. I'm going to steal that one. Japanese. I like that.
Pass on and can't read. You understand? Because they didn't develop that no child left behind in the school system. So they don't care whether your child can read or not.
Right.
Look, I'm concerned about some of the teachers. We used to do tutoring at our church. And this child said, "Ms. Jones, I don't know how to divide fractions." I said, "Okay, I can teach you."
Me too.
Simple formula. Keep, change, flip. I taught him that. Keep the first term, change the second term, change the sign and flip the second term. They learned in 10 minutes. They went to school and came back the next week and said, "Ms. Jones, my teacher says she don't know what you did. She don't know how to do that." What? But no, you want me to draw and break down this little graph with a bunch of little stupid looking squares. It's going to take you 30 minutes to do what I just taught you in 10.
Yeah.
Don't make no sense.
Yeah. Give me that old math.
Yeah, I don't know them about no new math.
Because the old math really they said it wasn't, but it made you think. You had to. It was critical thinking. You had to learn how to figure it
Let me
out.
tell you, I did not like math, and math did not like me in school. And when I tell you I had to think, yes, I had to think using that old math. So I don't know what you're
I'm a
talking
math
about.
person. I love math because
I did
math
not
is
like
constant. Math is
Yeah, I
constant.
just needed to know how to add, subtract, multiply,
Divide
and
and
divide.
multiply.
That's it. That's
When
all
we
I
hit fractions, it was downhill for me. What?
What you said?
Just give me addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. What is all this other stuff?
Yeah.
But be honest. But be honest. Look back on it. Do you cook? You had to learn them fractions.
Yes, you had to learn them fractions. You of them. And I was like, geometry, trigonometry.
It came back to haunt you.
No, I did, because I still didn't need to know it. All I know is I need to get me a couple measuring cups that have it wrote on there. And so when I read the recipe, I just get the cup.
But you were still
No, we have technology. I can look on the phone.
Exactly.
But you use the computer and figure it out.
We didn't have to think.
That good old technology came right on in.
Baloo said, I don't know about the rest of the country, but around here, the education declined when they stopped allowing the teachers to make their own lesson plans.
Right. They had to just push the kids through, whether they learned it or not. They had to keep going. They had, things that they had to make sure that they taught the kids by the end of the school year. So it didn't matter if they learned it, they were behind or not.
Tampa, have you ever watched a Common Core video? When I'm teaching Common Core, girl, have you some aspirin ready? Because I promise you have a migraine by the time they get finished. You be going, what? What does that have to do with anything? It gave me a headache.
Mm-hmm. What gave me a headache is going into an antique shop trying to figure out what those things were. Miss Alice was with me that day, and Miss Shirley, because I did a live, and me and Miss Alice was together. And Miss Shirley was in the background she was screaming at the TV, talking about Tampa, that's that. And Miss Alice was killing herself laughing. That's what gave me a headache. I'm 48 years old. Trying to figure out what this thing does, and Miss Alice and Miss Shirley just killing themselves laughing.
That cow that milks the cow, that thing that you put on the udders to milk the cow.
Yeah,
that was a good one there.
But I was laughing so hard, and then me and Mackenzie went into the antique shop because remember when you asked me if she knew what a rotary phone was. So I took her in there to do the rotary phone, Miss Jones. True. Here go Mackenzie. Grandma, what's this? I said, I don't know. Mackenzie said, let's ask this lady right here.
Yes. Mercy.
Oh, yeah. That old rotary phone would get you every time, huh?
Now, see, but I do want an old rotary phone because we had one, but I think it was, what was it, a meat grinder, Mackenzie? It was an antique old meat grinder, like hand.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and, you clamp it to the edge of the table.
Yeah. Right.
My mother had one of those. I used to love to watch her grind that thing. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. That's what it was, baby. So I get a headache with that.
I am in the process of looking for a rotary phone just so I can have it at my house and plug it into the outlet. So when my children, there's the phone right there. I want to see what
they gonna do. Let me see.
Tag said cursive. She writes cursive. Her kids are little. Yeah. Nikki Gardner said he write in cursive, but better in print.
That's me too. I write better in print.
And, but you know what? If you don't know anything, but at least be able to sign your name in cursive.
Absolutely.
Because it's harder to do fraud on a cursive written name than it is on a print name.
Right.
Bougie said, I'm going to teach my grandson how to write in cursive and how to read.
Analog
clock. Yes, Bougie.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Mackenzie learning how to do in cursive right now because I bought her book. She's homeschooled, so she got hers. But what I actually signed up because my grandmother made me practice my handwriting, so I knew how to write in cursive. I know how to write in print. I've always wanted to learn how to write calligraphy, so I took taking a class on the 19th of April to do a calligraphy class at the library.
Okay, I know you better show it off when you get it. You better show it off.
Yeah,
because look, I'm gonna have to see
writing in cursive is to me is beautiful.
Yeah.
Right.
It's legible and people
Yeah,
can.
it is pretty. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I most definitely, even though since I'm an artist and I know what a Hello Kitty book thing is. Well, y'all talk. I'm gonna get something for you.
Badass. You a mess.
Oh yeah.
Miss Jones, get your belt.
Huh? Do I need my belt?
Yes, yeah, we need,
Yeah, let's see.
we need
Here
to
you go.
get our belt.
Let me take
Yeah.
off my belt. I used to hate
Yes,
my
badass thing down there. Tampa writes with chopsticks. We can't take him nowhere.
all crafting enthusiast. She been homeschooling her kids. You better. I bet you they got better sense. And they
Yeah.
know more.
I homeschooled mine, both of mine.
So can y'all see me?
Yeah.
Yes,
Hold
ma'am.
on.
Yes.
Let me make myself fat.
Make yourself big.
Yeah, make myself big. So when I drew the Hello Kitty, I had to write the words.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's good writing.
with calligraphy, I most definitely want to learn how to do calligraphy because I want to start writing letters in calligraphy. You know how you write invitations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I want to try to start doing that. But when I had my daughter, this is my daughter. She wanted me to draw her Hello Kitty.
Nice penmanship, Tampa.
Yeah,
Well,
it is very much.
Mm-hmm.
Very much. My mother had gorgeous handwriting, so I copied a lot of her style. So that's how I
Yeah.
rate a lot of her style. So,
Mhm.
I love calligraphy. Yeah,
Okay.
that's one thing I never got around to doing.
Kids now sign their name in manuscript and can't write to do in cursive.
Right.
writing.
Yeah, Wanda.
That's true.
Yeah.
And Crafton said, I know how to write in cursive, and my children know how to write in cursive also. It's so important. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Computers, phones, it's all technology.
Right, naked gardeners. Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
precious pieces, welcome in.
Hey, precious pieces.
Hey, Precious.
Our
Hey.
Georgia Suburban. Hey, how you
Hey,
doing?
hey, Lisa.
Hey.
Welcome
Good to see you.
in. Naked Gardner said, I went to my daughter's school back in 2018 and I was like, why are they teaching you how to solve a problem, taking up all this paper?
I know, right? I tell you, waste a half a tree, okay?
I said, I thought they only did that in calculus because I ended up in a calculus class in college. I spent one day in that class because
Calculus.
that man did a problem and it was from one side of the board all the way to the other. And he talking about, and at the end, he talking about, this is your domain. I was like, yeah, my domain is to get out of this class.
Calculus, that's a bad word. Y'all know how I feel about math. No way. No way, Jose. What?
Hey, Miss T with the T.
Hey, Miss T.
Hey, Miss
Good to
T.
see you, lady.
GG said, no offense, ladies, but it is the parents' responsibility to monitor not only the children, but also the teachers. We are the advocates that supervise the
Right.
system.
Right.
Right. Look. I told them if anything happens with my child, call me. And then I told him, and if you don't call me, then I will deal with you. And that was the rule.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave, welcome in. What's up, badass? He said, is this the old hens had a living?
You better watch yourself.
What exactly?
He said, what?
Just like calligraphy, cursive writing will be a good job because no one will be able to read what you
wrote.
I know Jake had said that when he write letters to the teachers for his grandson's teacher, he always write them in cursive.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I heard this a comedian said with Gen Z, he said it'll be easy for us to take the world back from them. All we gotta do is write in cursive. And
right, exactly. They wouldn't know what you talking about, right? Yeah, you bought a crank grinder
2 years ago. I like going in antique shops because I'd be like,
yeah, because you're never going to see them made here again.
Yeah. These spring chickens.
That's right. Young and tender.
New math ain't no joke.
Yeah. Please.
Hey to the chat.
Hey, badass.
I write better in print. See, my grandmama, she made me write.
Yeah.
Because she made me write practice my handwriting. I had to spend hours practicing my handwriting. And then she made me learn how to write with my left hand just in case I broke my right hand.
Really?
My grandmother is right-handed. She got burnt on her hand, so she was forced to write with her left hand. Now she even-handed. She can write with both of them. Yeah. So
I'm a lefty. I'm a lefty.
Yeah.
You like my son. He's the only one in the family who's a lefty. I don't know where he got that from.
My daughter is a left-hander.
You want to know here's something unique? My husband is left-handed. Both of us are left-handed.
Wow.
Tampa, right?
Yeah. He's a mess.
Yeah, so she
it is a form of art
with that left hand. Now I can write legibly if I had to write. I can sign in cursive with my left hand, but my dominant hand is my right.
Yeah.
So pretty girl said at the bank, most 25 you and under sign and print, and it looks like a 4-year-old wrote it. And a new thing is $100, which is $100. That's very good, Tampa. Is that the Easter hat edition?
You better hush.
Don't hate. My hat is a compliment of don't hurt.
Pause on that.
Yes, she gave me plenty hat because Tampa didn't have none. Tampa wear baseball caps.
And see, now I have a closet full of baseball caps. And,
I love baseball caps too.
I like my caps. Yeah, and the best thing for them bad hair days.
Yes, it's high tea.
It's high tea.
They fancy. Cousin said I signed my name with Adobe.
Oh Lord.
Cousin.
Yes, new school, new age, new school. Hey, Miss Shirley.
Got some nice.
Just a little bit.
Miss
Good
Shirley
to see you.
Nice. What is it?
She said she's listening, but she's falling asleep.
Yeah. Get your rest.
Yeah, get your rest.
I most definitely
good to see you tonight.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Oh, that's so pretty. Back it up a little bit.
Back it up a little bit. Stop. Come over the other way. The other way. The other way. The other way.
Yeah. Now up some.
Raise it up. Now raise it up a little bit. Not that much.
Right there. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, that's so pretty.
This is me.
That is so pretty.
This is me. It's backwards.
You all have way better handwriting than I do.
Yeah, my grandmama made me learn how to write. She made me practice my handwriting. And the sad part about it is, I'm finna mess y'all up. Hold on.
Yeah, I write better in print.
Well, no, I print good, but I still like
you see my grandmama's signature.
Yeah.
And you see my mama's.
Okay. Wow.
I used to sign their names.
See?
See, they should have never told me to practice my handwriting. Because there's a lot of stuff that they didn't get from the school.
Yeah. You can see this bad. That's my handwriting. That's my handwriting.
Yeah.
I like, but people say you left-handed people write funny until they see my handwriting. You're not right. No, I'm not. I had a very good teacher.
Enthusiasm. Thank you for joining my membership. I appreciate you.
Awesome.
I most definitely appreciate you. Yeah, we got to get it together with the music. I'm gonna get that together because Nikki told me how to do it.
Yeah, you got this.
How you doing, Miss Shirley? I grind up dried fruit and nuts, roll the,
combined fruits. Okay. Dates, cantaloupe, apples, apricots, and nuts, pistachio, pecans, walnuts, roll the fruits into balls and then roll them into nuts. Okay.
Wow.
Yum.
That sounds good.
I bet that is good.
Can you ship me? Can you ship me some?
Yeah, high in fiber.
Yeah.
Thank you. I
fiber.
Appreciate you, Miss Crafton.
Awesome.
LGG said, I have amazing penmanship. My parents took the time to teach me. education, and Jesus was their focus.
Yeah.
Amen.
Hey, Mama J, welcome
Hi,
in.
Mama J. How you doing?
My mother would make the 4 oldest kids, she would sit there with a spelling book, and we had to learn how to spell. And you better get it right too.
Yeah, cracking the whip.
She said, I don't have no ignorant children.
Right.
Well, when it comes to pronouncing words, I had Nick in my Renaissance lab the other day. She talking about I'm looking for a link with some style with an A, because that's what the words are.
Look, we all have our strengths and weaknesses, okay?
Baby, pronouncing those type of words. That's why I said I couldn't be in the medical field.
Math was my weakness.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Mine too.
Yeah.
I love learning. I used to sit there with dictionaries to look up words, because I used to love to try and insult people and they have no clue what I'm saying.
Right, right.
Yeah.
You were like, you old so and so. They were, oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Just don't know.
I had no idea what you called them, huh?
I remember one of the first words I used to love to use on people, it would say, you know what, that was the most asinine statement I've ever heard. They had no idea what that meant. They thought it was a compliment.
Oh, thank you. Just a little something I made up.
Yeah.
Crafton said, very important government documents are written in cursive, like the Declaration of Independence.
Exactly. Exactly.
Quick, cousin. She gives us memberships.
Gardner.
What Blues said? Good night, Blues.
Good night, Blues.
Everybody's speaking to Miss Shirley. Mercy, Tampa, get my switch. You didn't sign their name. You forged their name. I sure did, baby.
Big difference, right?
I was not trying to get him
forgery
papers.
But you know what, man, let me say this. In today's society, I think one thing that a lot of parents should teach their children, especially at a young age, how to give. You know what I'm saying? How to give to others. Understand that everyone's not in your position, or no one's lesser than you. That teaches you how to respect each other as people. Because I respect people until you give me a reason to do otherwise.
Yeah.
You know, when I first meet you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt until you show me otherwise.
That's me too.
Yeah. So, and that's as it should be. But you should teach your children young to be givers. Show them people. Take them to places where people are helping other people.
Yeah.
That if just a few people would do that, they would start something bigger. And you know what? Then maybe we can get along a lot better, because
empathy. Yeah.
Everybody too touchy.
Oh, hey, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Sarah, we had really strong winds, and
I know the wind is blowing like crazy out here now.
Yeah, I think it's raining. We're on a thunderstorm watch, but the wind, Miss Alice, is still whipping over there where you at.
Still pretty windy.
Yeah, it's been windy. Like, so after this evening when I got in, that's when all the wind. So I kind of missed all of that being out there in that weather. I sure appreciate you. She said, I appreciate you. I sure appreciate you, Crafton.
Yeah.
For gifting the memberships.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
Never trust a skinny
cook. Look down my belly.
Now that's a good one. That is a good one.
Not only don't trust a skinny cook, they said, if you're ever hungry, don't ever go to a house where they don't have a lot of children. Always look for a house where there's a lot of kids, because there's always something to eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
They be clueless.
That's true.
Yeah, they would be words.
Me too. I don't care who you are, where you came from. If you worship, treat everyone with dignity.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, we're all on the same journey on this planet.
Sarah, y'all okay? She said they had a touchdown, a tornado touchdown there.
Wow.
Sarah's about 45 minutes from me, and Miss Alice, she's about 20 minutes from me.
But it's not raining here. It sprinkled, but it's very windy. But they said we were going to get rain.
Yeah.
rain, but it's windy as I don't know what out there.
Now, a few days ago, when the storms hit here, it did hit Greenwood. The tornado kind of went over, but the winds from that going over, it did a lot of damage out in Browning and what we call, well, see, they're in like subdivisions here, so we call one a birdland because all the streets are named after birds. So there was a lot of damage out there. Roofs, we rode out there. Trees, a couple, I know three cars were either crushed by the carport or a tree.
Wow.
So yeah, it did some damage here.
Maybe here in is that Missouri?
Missouri.
Mm-hmm. Tag said that her and her children stay working at shelter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cousin said, I skipped school so much. Mom needed to know. I forged her name. I was going to breakfast every day with my friends.
Ooh.
Thank you, cousin. But I wasn't going nowhere with my friends. Yeah, wind here was supposed to be a huge snowstorm, but luckily stayed south. Okay, Mike.
Dodged a bullet, Mike.
Okay, so the next one is work-life balance and parenting styles. Remote and flexible work schedules allow more time with kids, but also blur boundaries. General attachment-based and positive parenting styles continue to gain attractions. Well, I beg to differ, though, because I know back in the day, we all sat around the table, had dinner, we talked and we discussed things. And my grandparents worked, but they were always at home in the evening time with us. They worked mornings, but they were always at home in the evening time, unless my granddad had him an odd job to go fix somebody's plumbing or electric or something like that.
Yeah.
But how many of us, because even me, I work outside of the home, and I still try to manage to have dinner with Mackenzie every night. Like, we'll sit. My daughter come in the room. Why you got that girl drinking tea and acting like she old? So it's kind of hard for people that have to work outside of the house for that work-life balance, working one or two jobs,
I understand that. My sister, she raised her two kids. It was just her son, and her daughter. And she worked. She was a beautician, so she worked a lot of crazy hours. But she made every minute she was at home with her children special. And you can do that. Sometimes it doesn't take a lot of time. It just takes the quality of the time that you spend.
Yeah.
You make the time with Mackenzie, you give it quality, you give it substance. Yeah. It's something where she can always learn something from you, something you can expose her to. Look, if your child is your responsibility, not the world's responsibility. It's your responsibility. And the quality you give that child when you're there, you still have to be in the moment. And I know, Tampa, sometimes you're so tired you can't even see straight, but you still give her the moment and the time, and you give her quality time. You talk about what she's thinking, how's things going. It's those things may not seem like a lot, but that is the foundation of the path to help to dictate the path that your child is going to. And here's the thing. Most of the time, if they're still young, it's never too late to start. Tell them, we're going to sit down and try something new. I need to know how you feel. I love you. Say those. We don't tell our children, I love you. We talk about your business. No, I love you. These words are important. There is not a child on this planet that does not need to hear those words. Everyone needs to hear those words. Even when we're older, we still need to know we are loved. That's part of the life experience. So it's not how much time you can give your child, but give them quality. If you can only give them 30 minutes before you hit the next job, give them 30 minutes of quality time. Talk, hold them, love them, let them know you trust them, let them know, you just give them some quality. That's what it's about.
Yeah. Quality over quantity. Absolutely. Because it goes a long way, like you said. Yeah.
Exactly. Because the school, the world, the friends, everybody, they are not going to give your child what only you can give. I don't care. They only you can give it, because you're the last person they see when they go to bed at night. You're probably a lot of times the first person they see. You're the one. Give them quality. It's not about quantity. It's always been about quality.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Meg said,
Right.
child, I'm still working remotely at this moment. Work-life balance
Balance
all
is
out of whack.
out of whack. Yeah.
Oh man.
Sending prayers to you, Sarah. I appreciate
Yes, Sarah.
I tell my children and grandchildren I love them. May not like how they act, but always love them.
And I'm sure you tell them that too, and they need to hear that part. I don't like how you act, but I still love you, because just that may help them.
Yeah.
Right.
Instilling them one day they will have a life. Yeah. To live on their own, right?
If you're at work all the time, if you have 5 minutes, a break, take that time on that break. Call your child, talk to them, and say, "How's your day going? What you doing?
Right.
What blah blah
Right.
blah." Let them know that you are thinking about them. Tell them, "I'm thinking about you, and I'm praying that your day go well, and I'll see you when I get home." You still have to communicate.
Right.
We don't talk to each other. The tablets and the phones are not going to tell them the things only you can tell them.
Right. Yeah.
So number 5 is safety and preparedness. Parents are more aware of emergency preparedness, from cyber threats to climate-related disasters. Teaching kids basics of survival skills and digital safety is essential. So how many of you guys truly take the time out to do fire drills, like emergency fire drills? What happens? Look at Miss Alice. What happens?
Why Miss Alice laughing?
She know, because it's things that
I'm laughing too.
I have a story to tell y'all when Tampa.
Okay.
Back in the day, we used to have to practice fire drills at school, and all that type of stuff. But we never did that at home. We always did it at school.
Well, we have a tree in our front yard, and so my children know, if, like, for instance, if there's a fire, go to the tree. Like, if you don't see me, do not go back in the house.
Right. That's good.
Looking for me, because you might get burnt up. So go to the tree. So they know to go to the tree. So we've practiced those things over the years, fire drills and meeting at the tree. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Love you, but don't like your actions. Okay, Miss
Yeah.
The story.
No, I was laughing. We have a fire pit, and we start fires and stuff. And my grandson is autistic, and he just wanted a fire around. He just was trying to chill, and there was a candle going, so he was feeding the candle because he sees us feed the fire.
Oh yeah.
Going. And I wasn't home at the time, but he had started the fire upstairs, and the smoke detector went off. Now everybody's home except me.
Wow.
If I had been home, I would have heard the smoke detector, and I would have got up to see what was going on. His mother's in my room, chit-chatting on the phone, saying, "I hear something. I don't know what that is." And then she kept on talking. And then my other daughter comes out of the room and said, "It's smoke in here. There's a fire."
Oh my goodness.
And my grandson was sitting down, not far from the fire. He just sitting there chilling, because he said he wanted a fire.
Just warming his hands, huh?
Just warming up. And because there was
Yeah.
no in the bathroom, he knew how to start the fire, and he had the fire was going. By the time I got home, my husband said, "Don't call your mom. Don't call your mom." So when I got home, I seen the windows up. I'm coming out. I said, "What's going on?" They said, "We need to make a fire plan on what to do with the fire."
Wow.
He said, I'm doing what I've been taught, what I saw happening outside.
That's exactly what he was doing. And he was relaxing, just, throwing some paper towel. He'd go find something and throwing it, keep it going. So I do still have the burnt mark in the carpet. I do need to replace.
He learned that skill. He learned that skill.
but then after then we really talked to him about the importance, that could really destroy us and we wouldn't be
Yeah.
more. And then after he got into this school he's in now, they had a fire drill. So he
Mhm.
came home and said, where are we supposed to go when there's a fire? So
Oh,
when he
yeah.
said that, I said, well, just go outside to the mailbox or whatever. And then
Hmm.
he said, well, who's going to get this person? Then he had to know where everybody was going to go. Who's
Yeah.
going to get this person out? Does he take his pajamas? I mean, then it turned into a whole big old
Oh,
life.
Just yourself, dear.
you
I'm
don't
like,
have to.
we'll
Yeah,
get more pajamas. Just get out of the house. He was like, I want to take this. And I'm like, okay.
He's
Uh,
like, just
just,
checking.
just get
Yeah.
house. But yeah, we're still trying to recover from that experience,
okay,
But yeah, we laugh at it now. But
Yeah.
time, I'm like,
yeah,
but just trying to that was an example of him just doing what he had saw
Hmm.
us doing, and we were comfortable around it. So he was doing it, and he was comfortable around it.
Right.
right.
You just have to be so careful with what you
Hmm.
do and explain.
Well, there's only three of us here in the house, and our fire plan is just bust a window out the house and make sure you get your behind out.
Okay. Do what you gotta do. Just get out.
It's just, yeah, my son is 30 something years old. It's only three of us. Just bust a window and jump out. And look, I'm in a ranch house. I don't have a two-story. Just bust a window, get out.
Yeah. Yeah. So are we. Right. That's
Crafton
right.
said, teach them how to react to emergency situations. Keep a cool head and don't.
Don't panic. Right.
Right.
Cousin has.
Yeah, he wanted a plan.
We
Yeah,
are not
like,
teaching 912 stuff. That is why it is so amazing when a 3-year-old can call 911.
The
Mhm.
912, that's your physical address, isn't it? It's
No,
supposed to be your physical address. The
that's
912 stuff. Because I know a lot of children don't even know their own address. They don't.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I'm thinking my children had to know their address, their telephone number. Their parents' name was not mommy and daddy. If somebody asked you, we had a name. You had to know all that. Those are the things you had to do.
Yeah.
yeah.
Girl, dad's cracking up.
It
oh,
Yeah,
takes
but
a
I mean, I did have a house burn
okay.
up on me. We were
oh,
caught in a fire. Well, our house did catch a fire and we were at home. And
Mercy.
my son, my oldest son, he was at home and we had just went to bed and he was like, Mom, can I stay up late? He's like, tomorrow's the last day of school. Do I have to go? Because you know how they act on the last. Like, you don't even have to go. Don't worry about it. My husband and I went to bed. About midnight, we had just dozed off to sleep. And all of a sudden, my son swears he didn't do it, but I promise you, he came in like the Cowboys. He went, bam, kicked that door in, kicked
Wow.
the bedroom door in and said, there's a fire, there's a fire. So my husband
Wow.
jumps up, runs down the hall. Again, we're in a ranch house, runs down the hall. And I was just starting to look for my clothes. And he runs back down the hall and he said two words to me, get out. Oh, you had to tell me nothing.
Oh, wow.
Man, I was trying. I grabbed the first pair of pants I found in a blanket. I went and grabbed my baby. We all ran out the house with nothing but our shoes on because
wow.
the air conditioning unit caught a fire. And by the time
Oh,
my husband came and got me, and our house was built the hallway, and then this way, then there's the front door. So we were on this way. By the time I got there and looked in that room, there was a giant ring of fire.
my goodness. Wow.
We had pine floors. Do that tell you something?
Oh, yeah. That was going up real fast.
It was going up real fast. We were out of the house barefooted. And then when I got outside, that's when I realized I had grabbed my husband's pants. So I'm standing out there trying to hold my pants up with a blanket around me because I didn't have a shirt on. But
Right.
we got out. Praise God. We
Thank
got out.
God. Yeah.
I didn't care about what was in the house. My family.
No,
was
indeed. That
Thank
can be replaced. Yeah.
Yeah.
Number
Nah.
6 is diversity and inclusivity.
Exclusivity.
Yeah,
That word, exclusivity.
Families
We're here to help. We're here to help, Tampa.
Families prioritize teaching children about diversity, inclusive, and empathy from an early age. Exposure to different cultures, perspectives, and global issues is encouraged.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when things go on, parents just conceal them children from them so they don't have to worry and stress. But kids do listen. They hear.
Yeah.
They know more than what you think they know.
And
Yeah.
they hear a lot more than what you think they hear.
Yeah.
What you said can tell you about what baby ain't no stork bringing no kid.
Well, why do you think all these little young 4 or 5 years old telling all their mama's and daddy's business?
Yes, indeed. Yes.
Because a child that age will tell all
everything. Yes, indeed.
Like I heard a child tell a certain adult, "You ain't our president."
He sure did.
Because guess what? He heard his daddy say it.
Yeah.
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 So it's amazing. When your child sitting there telling you, "Mama, didn't you tell me that TT boyfriend beat her up last night and took all her money?"
And then
why your 4-year-old need to know all that?
Yeah. Talking in front of them.
Exactly.
Yep. That's it.
The things that you need to expose them to, you're not trying to expose them to. And that's not all parents, that's just some.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Your kids don't need to know how to roll up a tree.
Yeah.
They don't need to know all that. They don't need to go get your packs of cigarettes or a beer out the refrigerator. Why are you sending them to do that?
And I'm sorry, it is not cute for your 3 and 4-year-old to be cussing and you talking about, oh, did she let you heard what she said? Or teach them that. See, because if you teach them that, when they get 10 and 12 and start cussing you out, don't say a word, because that's the seed you put in them. You plant that seed, something gonna get something coming up.
Oh yeah.
Right. That is so true.
That is how I was raised. Welcome everyone, respect everyone. Then I built a career writing about culture, religion, and inclusivity. I feel totally enriched. Today we volunteer helping refugees.
Amen.
That's a blessing.
That's great.
That's a blessing.
That's great.
Peg said, don't say anything in front of a children that you don't want to.
No, indeed. They will embarrass you. Yeah.
That's what should have been added to your statement, hon. Where they will repeat it and embarrass you.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will.
Like I was watching a little guy. He was younger at the time, talking about he was a comedy guy, and he said, "Why parents always telling your children not to lie? Why you keep on telling me not to lie? But every time the bill collector call, you tell them to tell me to tell them that you're
not home. Yeah, we're teaching them then, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So how you gonna tell me not to lie and yet you doing it?
Telling them not to lie with a lie. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just certain things. I think all kids need to know life skills. Like you might not be a pro at it, but learning how to at least hem a pair of pants,
the basics,
holders and socks, you know.
Yeah.
Be able to fix a meal that ain't gonna take them and me out and
yeah,
at least know how to cut the grass, fix little bookshelves here and there. Just little simple things can take them a long way. But if you don't take the time to sit there and teach your child there, how would they know?
Yeah, right.
And you know what? It's a shame to say it. And it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. When all the lights go out and the electricity, well, let me put it this way, not the lights. When all the electronics die, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Exactly.
You remember back in the day when they had the stock market crash and all the rich people was jumping out the windows because they couldn't handle losing everything,
losing their mind.
It's going to be people killing themselves because they can't log on to the internet.
Oh,
I can hear now. My followers. What will people do? They're waiting for me. Oh my God.
Life is doomed. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I can't take it.
Sarah said you have to follow up on children. When you lay down the law, follow through is key.
Exactly. And let them know their worth. Then let them know their worth. That's why everybody's so addicted to the internet. These people who do that, they have no worth in their lives. So they feel like they can find it from everybody online. And everybody online is not for you. This is a great community. We are for each other. We support each other. It's different. Yeah. But just to say, I have 2 million followers and they're watching me, there's no value in that. There's because I stayed offline for a while. And you know what? When I got back on, I saw comments, everybody saying, Ms. Jones, where you been? What, are you okay? Is everything? That's when you know it's real.
It's community.
Is real. Yeah, it's community. If I had 3 million followers, I know that's not, I'm smart enough to know if I got sick, probably none of them folk would care.
They not checking for you. Okay.
They just
now, some of them that's probably committed to your channel.
Small,
they will.
Yeah.
They
community,
will.
A small
real
percentage
is not that big. Real community are the people who truly care. You know,
right?
I don't have a lot of friends here in Greenwood, not because I have friends, but it's a different kind of feel. You understand what I'm saying? It's hard to describe, but you understand what I'm saying? I think a lot of people are friendly and they're very social to me, and I think a lot of them care, but there's still a standard pastor's wife. You understand? There's this big neon sign in front. So I think they feel like there's limitations being, I love this community. Y'all don't care what I do, and that's fine. I love that. Y'all don't care. I'm still Jones Truth, whatever. That's fine. And I like that. I can be me. I don't have to feel like, but then I've never been the type of person to put on airs. I'm not that kind of first lady.
Yeah.
That's probably why
Be yourself. Everyone else is taken.
Yeah. You're right about that.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty girl said, tell the bill collector she said she not home.
My goodness. Yeah.
Then you wouldn't be lying. So if I tell you to tell the bill collector that I'm not home, and you turn around and say, well, she said she not home. She said to tell you she ain't
how about I'm not available at the time? How about that? I'm not available right now.
Now, let's be honest. A lot of us know folk, when them certain groups come to your house knocking on your door, they duck. They close the curtains.
Yeah.
Don't say that. Don't.
Our Georgia said our internet cable went out and we had no phone, no way to call for help. So glad my cell is from a different provider. What if the cell towers are taken down? We are all screwed. And that's why we on my channel, and it's a couple of other people on their channel, try to stress prepping. Trying to prepare for whatever kind of emergencies that might come your way. Not just the grid down, not just the power going out, the water messing up, food shortage. You have to losing jobs,
food and water. Yeah,
somebody getting sick. We stress and preparing, but people talk about you hoarder. I bet y'all won't be hungry.
Look,
okay. I bet you'll be over here borrowing. Yeah,
exactly. I bet you'll have me something to cook it on.
For anyone who's never been through a tornado, when the lights go off, electricity runs the water pumps. There's no electricity in your house. The wind is still blowing. Your water is limited. You only got just enough for today and maybe tomorrow. And your electricity and everything is off for weeks. If that doesn't teach you some kind of preparedness, like right now, if the lights go off, I have a generator. I made sure. I mean, if that doesn't teach you, we're not saying get 10,000 pounds of meat or 10,000. We're not, but have enough to last you where you think. If you think it'd be a week, I think you should I think you should have at least a month's worth. So that's just me.
Yeah, a few weeks worth. Yeah.
I've been through enough hurricanes down here to know that FEMA is slow.
Sure.
3, 4, 5 weeks, FEMA is slow.
Yeah.
So
ain't nobody coming to help.
They're not coming right away.
Tell it. So, and you better depend on yourself, because 9 times out of 10, most of the people around you are not prepared.
True.
Right.
That's true.
Cousin said, make kids figure out stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let kids
Use
splash
that brain of theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they just lifted a water boil in Lawrence. Did you know, Pam, that they were boiling water? You couldn't drink the water in Lawrence for about 3 days. I don't know what happened.
I don't drink bottles of water. No way. I always drink bottled water.
Yeah. Filter that water.
They put so much chlorine and stuff
Filter
in the
that
water.
water. Exactly. It's
Yeah, they put so much junk in the water. You can literally smell the chemicals when the water's coming out.
They don't care about us.
Yeah. They really don't. Well, let me tell you something. But like being prepared. But with your children, you still teach them the basics. I would have fun with my grandsons. One day we were standing in the kitchen. I was cooking. They were standing across the room. You know the little hose thing on the sink? It was hot this particular day, and I was standing there, and my mind said, shoot him in the face with some water. And I just turned around and hit that spray. Look, had to mop my floor afterwards, but I sprayed them. We ended up with the best water balloon fight outside. I let them get the balloons. I had the water hose, and we fought. We went at it for about an hour and a half, and we had a ball.
Yes.
And there were no phones, no tablets, no electronics involved. It was just us outside having fun.
Yes.
And look, yes, I'm older, but hey, I can still have a good water balloon fight with the best.
Right. Love that. Love it.
Cheryl said, nope, we didn't have any of that. We lived and lived good. I barbecued on the grill, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Mm-hmm. I had a cooler, pots, and pans.
Yeah.
And Pretty Girl said, the last hurricane we had, we were without power for 11 days.
Wow.
We had a hot bath and hot meal every day.
You were prepared. Awesome.
If I had to go out there and heat me a gallon of water or something for some heat, I just can't do the cold water thing. I tried.
I
tried.
Our Georgia said we always cleared the roads and fixed up the grill after
fired up
the grill after hurricanes in Fort Lauderdale and those tornadoes in Alabama was something else. Help clean up after them while at Auburn.
Exactly.
Wow.
Okay, so we got two more, and I'm going to read these two more. And then if y'all got anything to say on that, then we'll touch that. 7 is health and nutrition. Mm-hmm. AI-powered meal planning and personalization. Nutrients for kids are on the rise. Parents focus on holistic well-being, including organic foods, mental health, and physical activities. Some parents do. Some parents just let their kids eat noodles or whatever they got.
Yeah.
Like junk, like McKenna just got through asking, can I get a popsicle? She's over there eating a popsicle now.
Go to the young and free.
Yeah. So number 8 is financial literacy for kids. More parents teach children about money management, investing, and digital currencies. Kids are introduced to financial responsibility through apps and gamified learning. That's some children. Some children can't even know. They don't even know what a nickel and a dime is. They don't know the difference.
Because today's society teaches a child. That's why all these advertisements. It's about spending. Nothing is about saving. The only time they talk about your money management is after you in debt. Then they want you to pay to get yourself out of debt. If you would just look, I was taught everything that's out there is not for you. My mother was a great saver, but I knew how to do it. I just didn't listen.
Yeah.
Then one day I got smart because I got sick and tired of not having any money. You had just enough to pay the bills and that's it.
Yeah.
You were broke for the rest of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I learned how to save. Now I will save $1. I don't have to have everything. Here, my husband said, I'm beginning to worry about you and the UPS guy. I said, I told him he likes to kill with me, and I said, yeah. I was like, yeah, because he bringing all that good garden stuff here to the house, because that's the only thing I've been spending money on here lately, is some garden stuff. But he knows that I have both our backs when it comes to our money management. I do what I'm supposed to do, and if it's a major purchase, we talk about it and we decide together. But you have to teach your child. You should teach your child how to do, even though a lot of people still do use them. Teach them how many kids know how to even fill out a money order? Do they even know what a money order was?
Oh, wow. Money orders. Yeah.
I was behind a 42-year-old woman who the man said, well, ma'am, you could give us a money order because something was wrong with their system. And she looked at him, she's like, what's a money order? And
I'm going to do you one better, Miss Jones.
What's that?
How many children know how to fill out an envelope?
Oh, wow.
Or a check. No, most of them, a check. What's a check, girl?
Yeah.
You need,
even though got debit and credit cards now. Check what?
Yeah. But you'd be surprised. These things are still valuable means of doing business. So you need to know all these things.
Right.
I taught my son. He knows how to fill out a money order. He knows how to write a check. He knows how to do all that stuff. You're going to do all this stuff. Only thing I can't do is my taxes, but that's another. I got to pay somebody.
So Pretty Girl said they don't teach them kids anything about money. We teach them at the bank. These kids were expected to learn money management in school. Say they don't teach them about no money, how to count. They don't know how to do. They don't know how to read the clock with the minute hands or the hour hand. They don't know how to read none of that.
They probably getting cheated. Don't know how
so
to
different.
cheated.
Yeah. So how many kids know how to fill out an application, let alone a resume? Some of them don't even know what a resume is.
Yeah.
Because just fill out this thing online and it'll look good. Nope, you can't trust that. I tried that online resume stuff. It was a hot mess. I do my own.
Yeah, my 27-year-old daughter, which is my youngest, she had to send in verification to, something that she had to turn in. So she addressed the stamp. She addressed the envelope, put the stamp on, and signed it. It came back to the house.
Right.
What did she do?
She said, Mom, this came back. Why did it come back? I said, give it to me so I can see what you did.
Tell me she did not put where the check.
She put at the top of the left-hand corner the company. And
put her name backwards.
She switched it. Little switcheroo.
She mailed it to herself. Poor thing.
Oh, poor Tink Tink.
And she said, Mom, I thought that's how I did. I said, obviously you didn't do it that way.
Well, she learned that day, right?
She learned that day. So, Anna Lady said, oh my God, y'all should have seen my niece filling out an envelope to send out to her high school grad one time.
The first time for everything, huh? These kids on these computers, they don't know how to do this stuff.
And a computer can't fill out no envelope for you.
They cannot.
Yeah, Tag said, poor thing.
Poor thing, exactly. Poor thing.
So, like a lot of the stuff that that I'm learning and trying to learn, like with the garden community, the beekeeping and all that type of stuff, Mackenzie's been learning it. She's very excited about this hydroponics. She takes pictures of it and all kinds of stuff. So I don't know if y'all can see it.
Good for her. All right, growing.
Okay, you see it?
Yeah.
This right here is kale. This is the lettuce. This is basil. And then this back here is Swiss chard.
Awesome.
Come on now.
So Mackenzie gets up and turn it on every morning, and we checks the level to make sure the water is right. And then so she's been excited about that.
That's good.
All right, science. Okay.
You
But my poor child, if you can't grow ravioli or pasta, he
Yeah, Miss Alice's grandson does the same thing. He goes out there, he just gets stuff from the ground.
Yeah.
Like,
Love
yeah.
it.
Yeah. Especially carrots. He loves some carrots now.
Oh, nice and sweet right out of the ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see that a lot too, doing bill, pay mailing the check to themselves. Cheryl said it's going back to reach your children at home. Be active parents. When you take care of businesses, let them know what you are doing. It can only help
them.
When my kids were 10 and 12 and they, Mama, can I get? Mama, will you buy? Okay. So the money come in, I would sit. They took turns. This time you do it. And the money come in, these is all the bills. Divide it up, make sure and see what you got left. Guess what? They stopped asking for everything. Because then reality hit and they realized Mama's not rich. Mama can't afford everything. So if you teach your child what you're going through, they will understand better. And not only will they may stop asking, they may help you. They may find a way to help you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cousin said, my 4-year-old send you something, Tampa. Yes, Mackenzie, you better with that Swiss chard. Yes, honey. She just
vote for them too.
Yeah, she said we gonna eat the Swiss chard first, Grandma.
How many sales? How many sales come in there?
Good stuff.
Yep.
How many sales is in that?
Hydroponic garden. Okay, Dave, I will. I'll let Mackenzie see because my good with the indoor garden. I said if this one works for me,
it will.
I seen a bigger one that I want to get that actually grows 10 pounds of food.
Mm-hmm. How many can you grow in that one?
6.
How many plants?
We can put 8 in there, but they just told me to start with 4.
Right. So you have room for growth. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Route says, I gotta run. You ladies have been such a blessing tonight. My Father bring peace and blessing to each of you.
Same to you. Have a good one. Blessings.
Hey, GT Junior.
How you doing?
Yeah, so tonight's topic, do y'all have anything else y'all want to say before we head out?
Wonderful topic. Wonderful ladies. Wonderful chat.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing movie night on is it the 26th, Nikki?
Yeah, what's it, next week?
Yeah.
Is that next week? That's the 26th, yeah.
So we're supposed to be watching Left Behind with Nicolas Cage. So everybody have to the 26th to watch it. And then those of you all who want to come up on the panel to discuss it, you're more than welcome.
Seen it 2 or 3 times.
You seen the one with Nicolas Cage?
Mm-hmm. I've seen all of them. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I've seen that one 2 or 3 times. I watch a movie first time to enjoy it, and I watch it again to see what I missed. Like that. Yeah. So I'm saying it do like that.
Mm-hmm. You always see something different that you didn't see the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Miss Georgia said, I'm glad it's been so long since we visit. I'm glad I caught y'all all.
Yeah, I'm glad you did too.
We do tea time once a month, and I will post the next one. And we do movie time twice a month. But yeah, we trying to do some different things and find engaging conversations that kind of hit home with everybody to get everybody's point of views, because what you might be doing might help me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I like listening to what people have to say.
Yeah.
Pretty girl said, good night. I'm a dip out too. This has been a wonderful live. Y'all made me feel sane.
Awesome. Thank you for being here, pretty girl. Enjoy your night. Enjoy your night.
Okay, Analytic, I'm gonna put that. She said, put that on my community page.
I think she's talking about movie night and the other
stuff. Yeah, the schedule. You want to put up the movie schedule for next week?
Okay, I'll do that. Nikki, I need to drop everybody's link. Let me see. Are you on my side?
Let me see.
Okay,
I can go to your.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
I can go to your side and drop the links.
I have another question. Do you guys have any other suggestions of something that you would like to see us do? Because I know we do tea time just once a month, and then we do movie night, and we do paint and sip, which I'll be starting paint and sip back. When I say paint and sip, I guess I can grab this one. We do generally do paint and sip on a Sunday. And what I would do is pick a picture. Either we do a picture and draw it, and we all sit on the panel, talk and discuss and paint it, or we do freestyle. Then everybody can paint what they want to paint. So I'm gonna be started.
Okay.
I'm gonna be. Lord, I can't even get it back up there. I'm gonna be starting back painting sip song as well as bingo, which will be sometime in April. So right now I'm trying to get my footing back on so I can get everything that I owe the people out and close those chapters on doing any of that extra stuff that I was doing. When I do a giveaway, it will be probably Cash App if I do a giveaway. When I do bingo, it's gonna be pretty cash out because I'm not gonna be sending out anything else. It's just too much. All of you ladies are amazing.
All right.
Thank you so much, Crafting.
Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Crafty, gifting the memberships and joining Tampa's Creek.
Awesome, Lisa.
Yeah, Creekside Crew and Creekside Treasures. I got some stuff coming out for you guys. I love this impromptu. So, what's that? Okay, pretty girl. GT talking to Mike. And thank you, Nikki, for dropping everybody's channel.
You're welcome.
Guys, if you don't mind, go over there and check them out. They are some awesome ladies. Don't hurt the harvest. She's a beekeeper. She got some fine honey. I can't wait to go over there and help her extract because this is all I got left. Like
lucky duck.
This is all I got left of Don't Hurt the Harvest.
Cherish that.
Well, I was leaving.
This is all I got left of J3G.
Oh yeah, the good stuff.
Oh, I'm like, oh my God. But Miss Alice, Don't Hurt the Harvest. She makes wine too.
Really? All right.
Oh, what?
You can't get them.
Let me find out.
You're not supposed to have more of that than I do.
Wait a minute now.
Look, I don't have to drink mine.
Pause on that.
They have hives too. Okay.
I didn't know you did bees.
Yeah,
I've been doing bees for about.
Because unfortunately, I had to rid myself of some because they were making a home in my mailbox.
Oh wow!
They had to, I'm sorry, they had to go.
They had to go. You know how to make creamed honey?
No, I do not. Just the crystallized honey and just regular honey. I haven't really delved in all the different facets, but I am interested and I'm saving my wax because I want to make some candles and some lip balm and some honey soap. So I'm just kind of getting books and reading up on different ways to use that wax with the honey.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you have a Etsy store?
No, I do not. I don't sell anything, but I do gift from time to time. I'm just
because that honey looking good, girl.
Yeah.
This right here is raw whipped honey from Sarah's Happy Hive. So I got plenty jars from her. I got spicy. I got hot honey, regular honey, whipped honey from Sarah's Happy Hive.
Yum, yum.
Now I got honey, baby. I got some honey.
Crafting enthusiast for subbing. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Ooh, we do honey wine too.
Ethiopian Jack.
Ooh,
Oh, okay.
honey wine. That sounds good.
That does.
Mike said, I ain't
I
got
got
none.
none. I know.
Baby, I still got all of my luscious wine.
Mm-mm.
Stuff when my back is turned. I don't know what be happening.
So Miss Alice had made a label for her wine, and I had painted a beehive for her. Do y'all see the beehive that I painted for her?
Yes.
See that?
Uh-huh. Nice.
And so she made a label for me to put on her with the beehive on her that I painted.
Mm-hmm.
So
Cool.
guys,
Very cool.
I think that's my husband has a video on it, cream honey. He adds Sailor and cinnamon in it. Okay.
Oh, I know that's good.
Nikki, you think you can see if you can find her their link?
Yeah. Let me find
With the honey, the whipped honey.
well, I can find their channel.
Oh, okay.
But maybe not that video. You might have to look for that one once you get over there.
Yeah, because if you can find the video.
Well, if I get her
channel, I mean the channel.
Yeah, I can get the video up there. Now, do I go on there and tap it now, or should I wait? Let me go there.
I'm gonna drop her link now.
Okay.
Our Georgia Suburban Homestead, and the link should be there in the chat now.
Okay.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lisa has a wonderful channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next time you have tea time, I'll just wear a gele.
Okay, got it.
I wear those a lot. A gele.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then I won't have these glasses. I just really looked at myself sitting here looking like a female Ray Charles.
Whoa, she pressure cans too.
That's exactly what I need then, because I'm gonna be doing something.
Oh, she made some horseradish. Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh.
There
we go.
Yeah.
Hold on one second.
Learning from each other. That's why I really enjoy.
I know. You know, I've learned so much, and then the problem is I want to try everything, but I can't. But I want to try everything.
Yeah, one thing at a time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dave said Jake's honey, cool bees. Yeah,
that's some good honey too. Yeah,
Jake's honey is
excellent. Look, mine went so fast. I thought somebody had took it.
I use Miss Alice honey for my tea. Oh,
yeah.
And I've been trying to savor it.
See, I know. I do the same thing with the good stuff. You try to savor it for the like special occasions, you know.
Right.
It's these are some amazing content creators, and I honestly want to thank you guys for hanging out and spending some time with me and coming over to my little channel. So you guys rock. And
thank you for having us.
No problem. So,
you may have a small channel, but you have giant content.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
There we go.
Oh, thank you. Hey, GT, did you finish your coop? Your chicken coop?
Oh yeah.
He played.
And nobody has heard from Sweet Thumb yet, have they?
No, I haven't heard from him.
Tomorrow video will drop on mason bees. If you garden, you need mason bees.
Okay.
What kind of bees you got, Miss Alice? You got mason bees? Have you heard of mason bees?
Came in from somewhere.
Hey, Wanda.
Just came in and took up residence, huh?
They came in and took up residence. All right, then.
You said, okay, you can stay.
You can stay.
Yeah, Miss Alice.
They're paying their rent.
They doing the thing. They doing it. It's funny to watch them because each hive is different. Some are a little different colors. Some move a little faster than others. Other ones, they have a rhythm, and it's kind of interesting to watch.
That's cool. Yeah.
He said no, he hasn't finished it.
Okay.
I got Georgia on my mind.
All right.
And Miss Alice, she said, do you collect honeys from different areas?
I do not. I only have honey from Sarah.
No, did she say honey or oh yeah, honey? I
Honey.
collect honey from three different
Let me.
beekeepers, which is Don't Hurt the Harvest, Jegs Farms, and Sarah Hathis Hive. Those are the only three
Yeah.
beekeepers I actually have. Do you
And do
name
their honeys taste different? Can you? Is
Yeah.
there a
all
different,
three of
distinct
them taste different?
taste?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all three of them. Jegs honey has a real sweet taste.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Alice honey is just right.
It's ready for the tea.
It's ready for the tea. And Sarah honey is
Now this is one of
yeah,
Sarah's honey.
Mm.
yeah.
Calls it golden honey. It's got little golden flakes in it. So I'm not gonna eat it. I just kind of keep it as like a little souvenir.
No.
You know.
Miss George said, "Do you name your hives? Do you name any of your beehives?"
I do not name them. Number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
Um,
Number
but
names.
I do more gardening than beekeeping, I think, because I'm trying to get some food, try to grow some stuff and get some stuff. But the
I
bees
sell
pretty much,
yourself short, Tampa. We all love you. I appreciate it, Dave.
Yeah.
Love you guys too. And Georgia said, Tampa, where in the nation are they? Yes, all
Oh,
is
nice.
different.
Yeah.
Nice little sampler.
Oh,
yeah,
like
that's
that.
nice.
yeah.
Don't Hurt
Ooh.
the Harvest here that's on the panel. She lives here in Indiana, and Sarah had the Highs live here in Indiana too. So both of those beekeepers are close by to me. And Jegs is in Georgia.
Georgia. Hmm.
Yeah, Dave Busby. I haven't seen St. Thumb since October of last year.
It's been a while.
We done tried to
Yeah.
reach out to him
Been a
like
while.
on an email, and Mike said he sent him some seeds, but never got a response back. So we don't know if anybody has his phone number, so we don't know how to get in touch with him.
You talking about what
Yeah.
you're talking about?
Sweet
Sweet Thumb?
Thumb,
Yeah, I'm looking at
you
their
down there in Mississippi.
yeah, I'm looking at their YouTube page, but they have an email address. I'm going to reach. Yeah, they're in
we reached
Tougaloo.
out to that
Yeah,
too. And
yeah.
got a
I'm going to
response.
reach out. I'm going to reach out and
Right.
see if anything, if they're okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what we need.
So good. Hey Robert, how you doing? We have Zaza and Eva, Gabor sisters from the Eastern European bees, then Wild Child, and three more.
Wow, child.
Okay, so they named they beehives.
Yeah. Eva.
Oh, Miss Alice, remember I told you once I get my little land and me and Mackenzie set up, I'll be a pair. We gonna
Oh,
name all our columns because
Mhm.
I want to design some of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, that has been our time, and it's past Nikki's
Oh.
bedtime. It's past my bedtime. I got to get up at 5 a.m. and it's 11:35.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
It's gonna come real soon.
exactly. I
love
just
you all.
looked at his YT that it looked like he hasn't posted. Yeah,
Yeah.
I hadn't seen them since October, and Mike said he sent him some seeds and he still hadn't responded. So I don't even know how to get in touch with him just to see if he okay.
Well, maybe if somebody reaches
If he has a mailing address on his page.
Yeah, we sent him. I done sent the mail and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hit the email. If they're sick or anything, we just pray for their healing.
Yeah. Yes.
And for them to get better, and we look forward to hearing from them again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Georgia said, really enjoyed you all. I appreciate you all.
Yeah. Thanks for being here.
Have a good night, GT. Guys, we thank you.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all.
Love you all.
Good
in
night.
YouTube streets. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.